shout out to Polysleep for these lovely Polysleep couches where we're going to have all kinds of new podcasts sitting on. All these new podcasts coming out, Poseidon. Some people sitting. This podcast, alternate. You got to talk on the microphone so they can hear you.
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting until you finish your sentence.
Well, this podcast is both sitting in the studio and in this one as well. We got this for the new Polysleep setup. So you'll see us sitting. You'll see us standing. You'll see us dancing. You'll see us doing a lot of stuff. Thank you, Polysleep. Head over to Polysleep right now and get yourself one of these poly couches. There's 2 of them here. They turn into beds. That's a good ad.
Great for your homeless friends.
Great for your... No. These get wet. You don't want these... Let me tell you something about these things getting wet. Yeah. Yo.
I got to talk about Jaguar.
Before we talk about Jaguar, our friends at Eros & Company want you to have a great holiday season, the sexy kind. Head over to erosandcompany.com. Use promo code Pantelis. Get yourself 15% off sex toys. Or, what is it, bondage material yesterday? You were tying up a bicycle?
Anything sex-related.
They even have DVDs.
Yes.
We were there. We filmed the commercial. There's DVDs. You could go in, and there's a DVD section. And none of it has action DVDs. No Indiana Jones.
Can you order the DVDs?
I looked for Star Wars stuff. Nothing.
I'm sure if you look long enough, you'll find something.
I'll find one. I found Star Wars.
Star Wars?
erosandcompany.com, 15% off your next order. While we're on the subject,
Yes.
like and subscribe to this channel and head over to Patreon, patreon.com. If you don't like anything that we just said, at least head over to Patreon, patreon.com. Sign up for patreon.com/Pantel. Sign up for our podcast. Everything goes up there first. We've got the Intellectuals. We've got the Frenchcast. We've got the Pantelis podcast. We've got a bunch of little side projects that we work on. It's the place to be if you like podcasts, if you like laughing, if you like sticking it to the man, not necessarily sticking it to men. It's up to you.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah.
You can also go to panteliscomedy.com, get the links directly there, or patreon.com/Pantelis/gifts. Get gifts for people. You could buy subscriptions and hand them off. Oof. Every Friday night, Secret Show. Montreal's 3rd Floor Comedy Club on Crescent Street, 11 p.m. Last week was a fantastic episode. Jamie Boom Boom came out of the closet. Not fully out of the closet. He just shared a homoerotic experience that he had between the ages of 15 to 24. Well, I guess it's more of a lifestyle at that point.
He was 1 foot out, 1 foot out.
1 foot out, 1 foot in. It was very fun. It was very fun. And hopefully it turns into one of his bits on stage. He could do like a good 10 minutes. Killer. That could turn into a killer 10-minute bit. So, Secret Show, that's where it happens. This is why I don't like doing plugs, bro. It takes too long and then I get frustrated. But you have to, or else everyone... You know what bothers me? I said this yesterday because I'm going to get... with PB, we were talking about getting the lady to do my marketing online, the targeted ads, all that shit. I go to places. I'll perform, let's say in French. And then I'll leave, people see photos, and they'll be like, what the fuck? I didn't know you were in my town. I didn't get tickets. So, but I've been saying it on the podcast. I've been saying it, but I guess not enough. I don't say it at the beginning.
Yeah.
I post something, and then I won't post for like 3 weeks because I assume everyone's going to see it.
Yeah, but apparently you're supposed to post every day.
Supposed to post every day and it's supposed to remind you guys every episode. If you're wondering why is he changing, why is he yelling, and it looks like he's not having fun doing commercials. I don't like self promotion.
You know what we should do? We should have fun with it. Let's say to announce your show. When is it? The 28th of June.
That's the taping.
That's the taping in French.
Yeah.
We should do something along the lines like we should take a viral clip from the internet and then like remix it, and then it pops up and you're in the video and you're like, my fucking show.
2 girls, 1 cup.
It's me and you shitting in each other's mouths after.
2 Greeks, 1 cup.
2 Greeks, 1 cup. 2 Greeks, 1 mic.
That's 2 Greeks, 1 cup of tzatziki.
2 Greeks, 1 microphone.
Poseidon.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you're sitting here smiling when your favorite thing in the world, which is receiving mail, has been taken from you.
I like receiving mails, not mail.
Yeah, MALE.
Yeah.
Receiving them. So Canada Post, this is why I'm bringing it up.
Yeah, you said I'd get very mad. And I'm very curious to wonder what it's about because it's probably something so dumb. Is it dumb? Tell me if it's dumb, eh?
You're good. I saved this video just for you.
Oh.
So I can look at the stats. You're gonna get fucking pissed off. Hold on. Okay, watch these. So I think WhatsApp is down right now.
Really?
But don't worry, I didn't save it just on WhatsApp, my friend. Where is it? Okay. So Canada Post is on strike. The Canada Post employees are on strike. People in general like, yeah, whatever, get your gains, you know?
Yeah.
So Canada Post has lost billions since 2019. 2023, they lost $748 million. They've been losing money since 2019. Since 2019, they've been in decline. 2019 was 62%, and then 2023 was 23%. They've been steadily declining, even though each year mailing addresses go up in Canada. So there's more people use it less.
So hold on. You're telling me during the pandemic, where everyone was at home and everyone was mailing everything, they managed to lose money.
Yes, they managed to lose money.
They have one goal with that business. It's a very simple business.
I know, but it's the problem.
There's a lot of moving parts, but still very simple.
It's run by the government.
Yeah, it's a crown corporation. Yeah.
So this is why they lose money, though, is because they're fighting for. So here's the crazy part. So we're looking at it now. They're working less and they're asking for more money, but they're also making as a whole less. They shouldn't even be getting paid. Technically, if you go by a business, if it wasn't run by the government, if you're down $5 billion,
they shouldn't even be open.
Exactly. So what they're doing now, this holiday season, by doing this, they're fucking over Canadians. They're not securing their future because all they're doing is giving money to UPS, FedEx, all the private ones, Amazon's private stuff, so that they're going to get more money so they could hire more people. And then people are going to see this and they're going to be like, well, when I got to send something, I'm just going to go to UPS.
Yep, 100%.
So then you're not securing your future. And I understand who doesn't want more money. But if the company you're working for, Purelator, but if the company you're working for is losing like billions, like it's not like they lost, they have a little bit of loss, they're going to make it up. They've just been steadily in decline. Now you're just trying to squeeze every penny.
Yeah.
These jobs won't exist in the future. Well, it's up to you. Like there's other alternatives for us. But for you guys.
You know what's going to happen? They're doing this for nothing because I really do think Canada Post is going to shut down after this.
It sucks, though. It sucks.
I really do think. But
I don't think it's going to shut down because the government's going to keep paying.
You don't think so?
No, because it's all our money. It's all our tax. We have no say in it.
It depends with new leadership in.
No, we have no say in it. The people, it's the government. Even with new leadership, you need to have a federal, like a mailing system. You need to be able. You can't just depend on private, especially if you're the government. You want to send stuff.
Yeah. I get it.
What might happen though is drastic cuts.
Yeah, 100%. Useless jobs.
You might get the opposite of what you're asking for.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that because I understand if I understand if you see that they're making record profits.
Yeah.
Record profits. And then you're like, all right, share some of that with me. I can get, as employees, I can get you seeing that. But if you've been working less, you're making less.
How are they working less? They work less hours?
Yeah, because they're working less hours because they have, I was looking, the percentage of the market has been declining. So they're handling less and less of the mail. People, since 2019, are going to other companies.
Well, yeah, because they were so unreliable.
But that's the thing. And then they complain. But the reason they complain is because their coworkers aren't doing all their job. Like, remember we had that problem here where the guy was being a dick, didn't like us, so he wasn't bringing the mail?
Yeah.
So then I had to call and complain. And then the guy, they go, no, that's not true. And then they fucked up because I told him the guy had this mail for a long time, but you didn't bring it to me. He's hiding it somewhere. And then when I complained, they found it a month later, but it was stamped from a month prior. So I had the proof that the guy was fucking around. So all this petty shit that they do and all that, it's because they're allowed. They have such a long leash because it's government.
Just even at the office that I go to like ship stuff all the time, the amount of times they've given me a difficult time over nonsense. You know what I mean? They're trying to triple and quadruple charge me for.
Remember, you figured out because we sent T-shirts to Patreon members, and Poseidon's the one who figured out that they were overcharging us, like by a lot. I think to send a shirt in like to New York with another agency was like $3, and then to send a T-shirt to like Alberta was costing $15 each.
Yeah. So because what functioning, what do you call these companies? Shipping companies.
Shipping companies, mail.
Functioning shipping companies. It's by the weight. Right? But for some reason, Canada Post has this stupid, shitty, weird ruler. And if your package doesn't pass through this little slit, then no, it doesn't fit. So you have to send it like regular shipping. Send it regular shipping. Sorry.
You gotta send it.
Regular shipping. And that's like $20 instead of $3. But it doesn't make any sense because then technically you could pass something super heavy through that slit. And you send it for $3, but like you got to do the extra work. It doesn't make their logic is super flawed. So what I started doing, I had to suck the air out of the packages from the T-shirts, so it could pass through the fucking slit, so they could send them. So I could send them for $3.
Yeah, in case you're wondering what Poseidon's job is, half of it is sucking.
What? No. That's funny. But yeah, so they were charging, bro, for a $20 t-shirt, they were charging $18 to ship. $18.
Yeah, and I was doing that for a while. Like the amount just so people know, the people that are getting t-shirts on Patreon, I was spending more on shipping than the shirt was worth. The price of the shirt and the thing is we're just giving them away. It was sometimes it was $30 to $40 per person that was getting a shirt that we were spending money to send it, and not because we wanted to. It's bad economics. It's terrible math because I promised to send them shirts, and I didn't know that he's the one who, honestly, Poseidon's the one who figured it out. He went one day, he's like, dude, we're getting fucked.
You know how I discovered it? I think I saw somebody else do it.
Oh.
And he passed it to. I'm like, wait a minute. And then because I saw it, I think the lady did it because she thought I was going to complain. And I realized the price difference. And then every time I kept going back, I kept pass it through the slit. And then they would go, it doesn't fit. I would go, hold on. I would grab the package, squeeze the air out. I go, try now. It would pass through. I'm like, okay, we're good. They would get so mad. Some of them, especially the dudes, for some reason, the men, first of all, they were wearing masks with visors and plexiglass and shit. And they're like, they would get so angry at the fact that I would ask them to pass it through the slit as if I was robbing them.
They're men who identify as science experiments. Yo, Neil deGrasse Tyson's getting torched online.
Why? What did he say?
He was on Piers Morgan. And Piers Morgan, who was also a dumbass. Piers Morgan, who is his most famous role was the pigeon lady in Home Alone 2. Piers
still denies it to this day.
Still denies to this day. Like, we don't have eyes, Piers. So Piers Morgan, he was on there and because for the gender thing in sports, and he goes, Neil deGrasse Tyson says, I can solve it. And like, how do you solve it? We just do a genetic, like we hormone test and see what the hormones or whatever, and then we put people in those categories. So the guy's like, what the fuck are you talking about? He goes, yeah, that's how we should separate. That's how sports should. They should be separated by male, female. And then Piers Morgan's like, so you're saying if we have hormone levels are equal of like, I don't know, some female tennis player or some female boxer right now, she should go up against like Tyson if he has the same hormone levels. Or he's like, yeah. He's like, are you fucking retarded? He goes, well, you're just going to kill. It's not the way it works. Stop trying to be woke, you know? So it was just so funny. And then online, like, okay, this guy's a fucking moron. This guy's like, he's like, I played sports once when I was young. He's like, you've never played sports. If you're okay, like that's just, it's the craziest thing that he's suggesting.
Yeah, that's insane.
Because I'm sure.
What does that even mean? The same hormone levels.
I think it was hormone levels or something like that. Levels or something like that. But it was something so stupid. It had nothing to do with male and female. It was just like it should be open. It should, and we should make subcategories. About like
testosterone levels.
Maybe. So let's say right now there's women who have testosterone levels maybe higher than me or you. Let's say it happens, right? I shouldn't be allowed to beat
like
them
my
up.
mom.
Yeah, your mom has higher testosterone than us. So I shouldn't be allowed to beat her up. I think it should be illegal.
100%. 100%.
Would you be, if I punch your mom in the face and I tell you,
first of all,
bro, she has higher hormones than me, are you going to be like, higher testosterone? You're going to be like, oh, that makes sense.
First of all, I'd shove your head
up her ass.
Up your ass, and then it'd come back out of your mouth somehow.
But do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not going to be like, that makes perfect sense.
Oh, you just reminded me of something? My mom. Because I was worried with the whole situation. I'm not gonna go into details because I don't want to make it public. But I was a bit worried, and I was like, are you hurt or whatever, like physically? And she started laughing on the phone. She goes, "You think a man is going to harm me?" She goes to me, "Are you fucking stupid?
Men avoid me like the plague."
Man, I used to smack men twice
your
size.
That was too long of an S. Don't do that to your mom. I used to. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please. That was so rude.
No, but all this
I wanted to smack you as you were doing it.
Because my mom is she's a tough woman.
I know.
She
birthed you.
Yeah. Well, I came out 11 pounds, and
imagine you
have the average is 7.
Comes out 11 pounds and out of your asshole. How do you explain that?
But my mother worked in the farms up until the age of like 15, and she's the one that she managed.
His
other
mom
men
was
what
the
to do.
original tractor.
You know what she used to do? Well, I wouldn't say that, but
don't say she was a hoe.
But
no, she was a gardening hoe.
No, she would take the hose, the big farming hose that you got to run throughout the entire farm, and she would carry it all the way through by herself.
She was a fireman.
She was a strong lady. And if you look at pictures of her at like 13, 14, she was tall, but she was slim. She was skinny.
Tall. This is why you guys should be on patreon.com/Pantelis, because you get content like this.
Yeah.
Where we talk about tall, slender women working on the farm.
Yeah. That are very strong.
That's where women should be.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a comment. We did an episode of Two Princes, Deux Princes.
Trois Princes, yeah. I saw the comments.
Oh, bro.
Which one did you see?
I only saw one and I started laughing. Oh, no, I saw 2 comments and both made me laugh. One was the guy's like, no shit, Pantelis' fans drive F-150s in their assholes.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, it made me so happy. And then the other one was a guy's like, he doesn't understand. The Pantelis says that we're paying.
I saw that one.
We're paying for the roads.
I saw that one.
Really? It's the taxes that pay for the road. And then people start calling like, yeah, that's exactly what he said. That we're paying for. You realize they collect taxes from us.
And then people were ripping him in the comments.
But me too. And I was like, is this guy retarded? Or did he think when I said we pay,
No,
he thinks that me and you like we're the only 2 people that pay for the roads?
What he's trying to say. Well, I think that's what he was trying to say first. Yeah, I thought he thought we meant it like that, which makes him retarded. Either that,
I'll pay for this city to run,
or he thought that no, the taxes you pay on your paycheck are provincial taxes. So they don't apply to that. But the provincial government also gives taxpayers' money to municipalities. That's the first thing.
Where do you think municipalities get their money? From our taxes.
And second thing, municipal taxes still collect from
us, citizens.
From house taxes, home
Not
taxes.
Not just house taxes. You know how many tickets I pay?
Tickets, how many hundreds of millions of dollars did the city of Montreal make?
Tickets. I pay a lot.
You know what I mean? So we still pay for it in taxes. Even if you were trying to say no, you pay taxes to provincial government. Even if you were trying to use that argument, it's still invalid.
That's a wild argument.
So stupid.
They ripped him to shreds.
I saw the comments, the replies. I was dying of laughter.
And then I was like, oh, this is why I stopped looking at comments, because you get sucked in. Because I was gonna comment too, but I was like, I can't comment what everyone else already commented.
You know what I noticed also? Every time we do another podcast like Deux Princes or
people lose their minds.
They love it. Most of it is positive, or anything that we do. But there's always that one English comment that I find suspicious that goes, "Oh, I'm tuning out now."
Oh, like I'm upset.
Yeah, I feel like you know what I feel like that is. This is a hater watcher.
I love it.
And he watches our channel, and then whenever we do something like that,
oh no, I don't know if they, but for sure they watch our channel.
Yeah, but he'll go to other channels because it's in English. That's what I find weird.
I love the hate watching.
100%.
I love. I'll tell you why. You went out of your way to find an episode I'm on. You left a comment. This is amazing.
Yeah.
This is good for the algorithm.
100%.
I want you to leave the same comment here. I'm tuning out.
Speaking of things that people hate,
Yes.
Jaguar, the new Jaguar commercial.
I thought we were going to Indian. Go on.
Somebody, well, we'll get to that.
I saw a TikTok. This is so funny. I saw a TikTok. Somebody's like, they told me I was going to grow up in Canada, and then he walks into Tim Hortons, and now I live in India. I think because we're in Quebec, we don't really see how the rest of the Canada sees themselves and what they're going through.
But also, we grew up in Park X.
We grew up in Park X, yeah. So we don't see the way they see it. So seeing their TikToks, it seems like I'm looking at a foreign country handle immigration.
Yeah, it's true actually, because we've had Indians in Park X for the longest time.
But, so here everyone's something else.
Yeah, exactly.
So it doesn't click in your head.
Exactly.
But there, I guess now it's just everyone's Indian. I guess maybe it would be weird too if everyone here was one thing. Like if everyone here was Italian, you'd notice. You'd be like, I thought I was in Canada. I guess you'd notice.
Yeah.
So I guess there's neighborhoods now where it's just Indian, so people are like, what the fuck?
But also it depends on the culture, right? Some cultures just don't mix.
But it would, no matter what, even if you're in Greece, if there's a neighborhood with just Italians, you would notice. I'm not saying it's a problem, but you would notice. You'd be like, I'm in Greece, and this neighborhood is just Mamma Mia, baba boo, baba beep.
You know, people don't want to assassinate CEOs all the time.
Pasta. The CEO, there's the healthcare thing.
We're gonna get to that because I know we spoke about it, but I want to talk about the Jaguar commercial again.
Okay, so Poseidon, we talked about it on another podcast. There was a commercial for Jaguar that made Poseidon very upset. It made everyone upset, really. It made no sense. It did not sell Jaguars. It looked like it was selling perfume.
It sold gay cars. It sold gay cars.
So essentially, it was the themes in that thing were fashion, homosexuality, space. That was basically nothing about the cars. That was like so all those together.
And the weird wallpaper.
Yeah, that was part of like the fashion.
Decor. Yeah,
but all of that normally goes into like commercials for perfume, cologne. That would make sense.
Or designers.
This didn't talk about cars. It
Yeah.
was just gay guys in space talking fashion.
Yeah. And so I had the clever idea of basically making an AI edit where, at the end where they're all sitting on that rock, basically a car comes through and runs them over.
Yeah, I think it was done. No,
and somebody did it on Twitter. I saw it, but he used an actual Jaguar animal that comes and breaks apart that little meeting that they were having. So hilarious. And I want to say the one thing that this succeeded in is the death of Jaguar as a brand. They officially killed the brand. But it was a great marketing tool for used car dealerships. Because I always look at cars on a regular basis, on a weekly basis. I like looking at the market, what's happening in the market. And right now, the market is on fire, and it doesn't make any fucking sense. But I noticed after that commercial aired, there was within a 250-kilometer radius, there was about 400 Jaguar cars.
Like the old school ones.
No, not just old school, even modern ones up until
like anything before this commercial.
Anything before this commercial, yeah. There were plenty available, 400, 500. This commercial airs, I think it's been 3 weeks now it aired?
Yeah.
We're down to 135 Jaguar cars.
In Montreal, you mean?
Within a 250-kilometer radius of Montreal.
It's actually, let's admit that's hilarious.
So if anything, they did the brand of the older cars a favor, because they sold like hotcakes, because they're only going to shoot up in value. If you grab this and shove it in your garage and take care of it.
You can shove it somewhere else too.
Well, that's for the new marketing team.
It went from Jaguar to Jaguar.
Yeah. You guys like my Jaguar? And they did something that doesn't make any sense. They removed the rear windshield.
You don't need rear windshields.
Oh, yeah?
You don't want to see through the rear. You don't want to see what's going on back there.
It's all the poor back there.
You don't want to see what's going on through the rear.
It's all the poverty you passed.
No, in this new... Because it's a different... The thing is, you pretend to know cars, but you don't understand. You didn't understand the commercial.
Oh, yeah.
This new Jaguar, you enter from the rear. So it's different.
Okay. So anyways, that's all I wanted to say about the Jaguar.
The Jaguar. Okay, let's talk about CEOs getting murdered.
Yes. First of all, I saw this hilarious TikTok video of an Italian man singing.
I'm not for the CEO get murdered. I got to say this again. I don't think that the ends, because people are getting mad online, like, well, you're defending a CEO multi-million. No, of course not. Why would I defend insurance companies? It's just, that's not the way to go about things.
Yes.
Because they already replaced him. There's a new CEO.
Exactly. That's going to do the same shit.
Dead. It doesn't make any sense.
And if anything, they're going to come down harder now on people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
a part of me wants. Here's the thing, because I've been very conflicted about this myself. I agree with that, because I even spoke about it on the intellectuals. I agree with what I said earlier about this. You can't be doing shit like this, because then it's a slippery slope of everyone killing everyone, because then you could justify everything for taking a life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there's a side of me that also wants to cheer because of the scumbaggery that this company has. They're
the worst, okay?
They are the worst.
All these health insurance companies are awful.
Yes.
The thing, let's say Canada Post. Canada Post is doing some awful things. They're part of the government. Okay, let's say the government.
And some people are saying, well, it gives them the right to do that since they have ruined lives.
Well, no, because by that logic, so let's say the government, the Canadian government right now, is implicated in a lot of the wars that are happening around the world, including what's happening in Israel, including what's happening with the Ukraine, all that stuff.
Yes.
Should we start assassinating people who work for the government, which in Quebec is a shit ton of people, and being like, well, you work for them and they did this as a result? It's very slippery. It's a very slippery slope.
Then it becomes very dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Yeah, like 9/11. When 9/11 happened, the biggest fear was, oh, fuck, they're going to beat the shit out of all Arabs. That was the biggest fear.
Yeah, 100%. And it was valid. It was valid.
It was a valid fear. It happened for a while.
Yeah.
You can't keep doing this. You can't do the blanket statement.
Well, I'm sure.
Casey Anthony murdered her kids.
Who's Casey Anthony?
Oh, I'm not going to get into it now. If you don't like, fuck, bro, you've been living under a rock.
I'm bad with names.
So Casey Anthony, who murdered her children, are we gonna am I gonna call all mothers murderers? All women, like you can't do the global thing. It's wrong.
It doesn't make any sense to do it. So
now, if he directly did something, it's a different story.
Yeah.
If that guy was around, like,
if he personally oversaw the case of his mother getting denied, I could understand it more.
No, if he here's the other thing. Let's say Jay-Z, P. Diddy, all these people. They're not getting assassinated. R. Kelly's not getting assassinated.
Yeah.
It's weird how you pick and choose. There's people who directly do crazy shit and you don't do anything about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the stances you take as a generation are retarded, is what I'm saying.
If Jay-Z and P. Diddy got assassinated.
Well, Jay-Z, we don't know yet. It could just be rumors.
Jay-Z could be rumors, yes, but P. Diddy. If P. Diddy got assassinated and it was by somebody who was directly affected.
People would be like, eh.
I would be like, well,
like Kelly. If someone did, it's like, yeah, because he fucking
he molested.
He molested some little kid or whatever.
Allegedly.
For years. No, allegedly.
No, sorry, because I said the word and then I realized, anyways, for YouTube. Sorry.
Yeah, then it would be like, well, I get it, right? Like that guy who shot remember like the mom, the cool ass mom, who her daughter I think was raped and murdered.
Yeah.
She went to court.
Yeah.
And shot the guy. Yeah, I'm all for her.
Yeah, 100%. Or remember that video of the father? He's on the phone. He's pretending to be on the phone shoot. So for justice like this, I'm all for it.
But to be like, this company screwed me over. He's the CEO of the company.
I'm gonna target him.
It's too much.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't. We don't even know what this guy. Look, most people, the higher up they go, the less work they do.
Yeah.
They just delegate.
And now there's theories online that he was on his way to a meeting about insider trading with Nancy Pelosi.
Luigi?
No. The CEO.
Oh, you think Pelosi?
Either this is a very pleasant coincidence.
So you think Pelosi set up Luigi to shoot the CEO?
I don't know.
This is hilarious.
But these are theories running online, and the
Pelosi,
thing is, so
Luigi.
So the CEO was being investigated as well, by the way,
for insider trading.
So
he was giving our good friend Nancy Pelosi insider tips.
They were working together or whatever, some shit like that. And apparently they caught him, and they were about to clap down on him.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the word.
I don't think they were not about to clap.
Anyways,
his cheeks,
they were gonna crack down on him. That's the word.
Yes, they're gonna clap his cheeks.
And what happened was, apparently, what I think was gonna happen is he was gonna try and like snitch on some people to get away with like maybe a lighter sentence.
Yeah.
You know. So I think a lot of people are theorizing like, ooh, this had something to do with like other insider traders and shit.
Other trades.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, I get it. Are
you sad?
What else? Sad about what?
Sad that they didn't get Nancy?
No, I don't really care. I mean, these people are always going to get away with shit like this until there's a...
Well, let's see. It's very... Stuff doesn't make sense. Like, so he's... the way they caught him, they found that bag first with all the Monopoly money in it.
Yeah.
You heard all the stuff?
Yeah, what I find weird is somebody pointed it out online. It's a different bag.
It's not the bag. It's not that he could have had... They could have found a different bag. Because he had two bags, right?
Oh, he had two bags.
Well, yeah, because when we found the bag near the scene was full of fake Monopoly money. Well, Monopoly money's fake.
Yeah.
But it's all fake, actually.
Fake Monopoly money.
Yeah. It's all fake. Our money.
You can't even play the game with this.
So then when they found him in McDonald's in Pennsylvania with all that stuff. But the weird thing they're saying is like, there's too many Monopoly coincidences. Like, you know,
I know what you're going to say.
And maybe he was trying to make a statement that he's against monopolies. But it's too much. Like, really, would you go through that effort to get caught on purpose to say like I'm against monopolies?
No, I doubt it.
I think it's a coincidence, but it might not be a coincidence though. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe the guy's like, look, I was trying to be super elaborate with this.
Maybe somebody went online and said this is just a really complicated ad campaign from McDonald's that they're gonna be doing Monopoly again.
McDonald's next commercial is they just show him shooting the guy in the head. Yeah. And the customer's like, by the way,
I think that's more likely.
Monopoly's back at McDonald's. Also, the McRib is here.
For real, if McDonald's did that, they took the video and they tried to do something with it and actually turned it into a commercial, and it was like, Monopoly's back.
So if I had that control of a restaurant like that, yeah, I would do crazy shit like that.
I would do it 100%. And for real,
my commercial would be this: him lifting the gun, you know where it goes, that, but then it cuts and it goes, "We're blowing the competition's head off. Nobody beats our prices." That's what I would do, and just have people talk about it. And then people would come visit just because it's fun.
I would become a die-hard fan of McDonald's for the rest of my life.
Die Hard. Die Hard.
Yeah.
I like this. You like this angle, Poseidon?
That's a nice angle. Where
is
it? Is it here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's here. I look, because I sit sideways, I look so humongous on camera. I still look humongous, but whatever.
Yeah, it's not just the camera. Cameras make you look bigger. So you should probably stop eating them.
Yeah, I've been training.
Mm-hmm.
I already feel a looseness in my belt.
Nice.
I started on Monday, intermittent fasting.
Right.
But strict. I mean,
I don't believe it, but you could keep telling me.
And yeah, bro, because I saw some stuff in the mirror. I was like, nah, this is unacceptable. I'm not going to get into details.
Yeah.
But it entails my tail.
You saw yourself and you're like, this is unacceptable. Not on this planet.
Yeah, this is preposterous.
Yeah, I've been there before, sir.
And
I'm there now. I see myself in the mirror.
Yeah,
naked.
and you lost weight.
Yeah, and I see myself naked in the mirror and I go, this shouldn't be real life. This guy should not exist.
For real though, that's just loose skin.
Who?
You.
No, I'm good. I'm not. I don't have that much loose skin anymore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I'm working out now. But
Also,
I still don't like it. I still don't like it.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm still a fat guy.
I get it.
Yeah.
That's because you drastically lost a lot of weight.
No, I've always been a fat guy. It's not. I wasn't thin, lost weight to become fat. That doesn't make sense.
No, I never said that. The loose skin is because you lost 100+ pounds.
But you keep saying
rather
loose skin. I
quickly.
didn't say loose skin. I still have fat that I'm trying to lose.
That's not fat. That's loose skin.
No, you're saying that. But
Yeah.
I know my body.
How do you know it's fat?
Because I see my body. I know my body.
How much do you weigh now?
210.
No, that's insane. That's loose skin.
Poseidon. Okay, Poseidon.
At 210, you're 6'2", 210. If you lose 10 more pounds of fat, you're gonna look like a crack addict.
I will. No.
Anybody over 6 foot is supposed to be 200 pounds minimum,
I don't know where you heard that.
especially for bigger guys.
But I was bigger because I was fatter. But
Yeah.
now I'm not as big.
Well, because my doctor always told me 220 is a sweet spot for you.
Yeah, your doctor told you that because he felt bad. He's like, this guy's not going to go...
Under 200?
This guy's never going to go under 200 because you always show up with a burrito.
Could you imagine me under 200?
I could imagine.
I would feel like I'm floating.
Maybe, yeah. You could do it.
Under 200, I'm probably gonna look like a meth head.
No, you won't. What do you mean? Dude, right now, I'm 207 probably right now.
Okay.
And literally, I could just fast the whole day, not drink water,
Yeah.
and I'll lose that fucking weight if I wanted to.
What's the main difference?
So it's not. So you're looking at the scale. It just depends on how big you are. There's a lot of different factors. So it's not the scale. Me, I don't care about the scale. I don't care about the number. The scale right now could roll 290. I feel good. That's why I'm happy.
Yeah.
It's because I feel good. You're looking at the scale too much, but it. Some people are heavier. Some people are thicker. They're larger.
Yeah.
You're a fat guy. You're a big guy. You're a fat guy.
Yeah.
If you lose it, you're gonna see that it's not that you have big bones or anything. You're just a big guy.
Yeah.
If you lose a bit, you're gonna see you're gonna start thinning out like me. Those stuff that I thought I just couldn't fit in or I wouldn't look good in. No, you lose weight, it looks fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the major differences you notice between the weight you were and the weight you are now?
What's the question?
I know it's close, but I mean like just in the way that you do stuff.
I'm not tired.
Like okay, so you're not tired. That's one of them.
I'm not tired. I feel better.
What about your knees, your legs? How do you feel? Do you feel lighter?
Yeah, I don't have knee pain anymore. Like I'll have sometimes, but that's because my knees are fucked up from hockey. So I'll get like when the weather changes. But I don't have the same. I don't get tired like walking upstairs and all that stuff. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Like I used to have to train before doing anything. Like I said, I'm playing hockey.
Yeah.
I haven't played in a while, but I know that if I jump into it right now, as long as I stretch, I could just play the whole game.
Okay. Before you had to.
I had to condition myself for weeks to get the heart back up. Yeah, because I'm carrying so much weight. I was 230 pounds.
Yeah.
So right now, I still have a little bit of extra weight. I have maybe fat, maybe about 7 pounds that I got to lose. 5 to 7 pounds that I got to lose. It's not a lot, but it's still a bit that I want to lose.
So 200 pounds.
Should be no, but then I'm gonna. You think again? You're saying 200 pounds. It's forget the scale because if I lose that fat and then I put muscle, I could go to 220.
Yeah.
It's not. Stop looking.
No, but
at
I'm
the
talking
scale.
about as you
I'm
are
talking about
now
weight.
without
I'm
muscle.
talking about weight. I'm talking about fat.
Yeah.
I need to lose about another 5 pounds of fat that I have on me.
Okay.
Once I lose that, I'll feel good.
It's the last bit of stubborn fat.
It's not stubborn. It's just everything takes time, bro. Everything.
Bro, it doesn't listen.
No, it's fine. I'm losing weight. I'm fine. You it's not. It's you can't lose everything at once. It takes time.
I know.
So I'm now.
But usually, because they say the last bit of fat is the hardest.
But it's the hardest just because you saw such a drastic change. Now you're like, why isn't this gone? But it's because you're not putting work into. I'm putting work into it.
Nah, I see what you mean.
So it's like saying it's a 4-hour flight. 3 hours in, you're like, why aren't I there yet? I did so much. I understand, but it's a 4-hour flight. You're gonna have to do the last hour. It's a 4-hour flight. You know. So yeah, what I noticed is that just I have more energy. I'm more awake. I don't have to sleep as much, and I still have energy. My body's not tired all the time. I don't feel disgusting. The biggest thing is feeling disgusting, like bloated. I wasn't eating right, so I always felt bloated.
Yeah.
Your face was puffy, all that stuff. Yeah, if you don't eat right, too much sodium and shit like that. So now I feel good. I go to the gym. I feel good. I could run.
Where do you go?
I go to the gym. I go downstairs. I have a gym in my building.
Oh yeah, true. I forgot you have a gym in your building.
I go to the gym, and again, it doesn't matter where you go. Like you ask the dumbest questions. You could work out in your house. The excuse is not the location. Like don't find excuses to not work out or to not diet. Like the other thing is the excuses. Like that's what the biggest thing about staying fat is. Oh, I'm tired today. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, but this is delicious. When am I going to get a chance to be at this bakery ever again? Like all these stupid things.
Yeah.
Remember when I lost weight, it's because I committed. It didn't matter where we were. I'm like, no, I'm not having that. We went on tour. We did the whole tour with Mike all across Quebec. And Mike knew. Mike's like, he doesn't eat that. He's not going to eat carbs, not going to eat this. No one would try to peer pressure me because they knew it's never going to happen. I had my window of when I can eat, and then I would fast. What I could eat, I took it serious. No slip-ups.
You see me, I lost weight right before the tour. I went on tour and then just...
Ate like an animal.
Ate like an animal.
I remember, everything. In the green room, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just that. It's just you could lose. Like me, I have a little bit of fat I want to lose. And then if I have skin or whatever, it doesn't matter. I'll fucking work out. It's never going to be perfect. But I'm in a good shape. I'm in a good size right now that I'm happy with. So I feel good. Yeah. It took a while to get here. I look at myself. I look at photos of myself or mirror, and I'm like, oh fuck, it's a different person.
Dude, I saw a video of the morning show just like 2 years ago. The one where you're talking about your trophy, and just your face, big difference.
Yeah. The face is less bloated. Yeah.
Yeah, big difference.
Because dude, so much of your face is in the shit that like it's starches, breads, salt, like a lot of sodium. It puffs you right up. Like you could lose your face fat in a week.
Yeah, I noticed that when I was down to 240, 245, the where it showed the most was my face. Like crazy, more than anything.
Yeah, the face is the first, obviously. That's what we're gonna notice from you. So yeah, that's it. Just stay with it and don't eat. I don't do any chemical stuff. Like I didn't go to like vegan, all this like genetically modified shit. Just
I'm looking because what I really want to buy is I want to find keto bread. Literally like cauliflower flatbread to make pizzas. Mm-hmm. Because, dude, I love pizza so much. I'm so autistic about it.
So you know what I did?
What?
When I thought about that stuff, I was like, I love this much, this so much, this so much. All I thought about is what do I love more? So like I love pizza. I love burgers. I love all that shit, right? But then I thought, what do I love more? Do I love eating this right now more? Or being in shape, buying whatever clothes I want, all that. And that's what won out. I preferred, what I loved more is seeing myself healthier and being able to, for a big thing for me was clothes.
Yeah.
I wanted to buy clothes that I like.
Me too, it's a very big thing. But, because there must be, because here's the thing. Everything else I could do without. Any other type of bread, I could. But there must be a perfect world where I can have my pizza on a weekly basis and it's keto bread and lose weight. There must be a way. There must be a way. But you can't, like I've been checking online, it's very hard to find here in Canada, flatbreads where there's no sugar. There's no, like it's keto, there's no yeast, there's no all this shit.
So all the energy that you put into looking at that shit, and mental strain to find that bread that you want so much, put it into something else. Put it into an alternative that does exist. You know what I mean?
Like cauliflower.
Anything. The point is that you're putting all that energy in something that has, like, there's nothing for you. Like, you've seen it doesn't exist, let's say, for example. But you still you're hitting yourself against a wall for what?
There was a guy, he made pizza bread out of chicken, hashed chicken. So what he did was he put the chicken through the grinder and he mashed it with a hammer. And basically, like chicken breast, not chicken thigh, like regular chicken breast, flattened it out on a pan. And then basically cooked it for a bit until it was like well cooked. It hardened a bit. And then what he did was he like a pizza sauce and like cheese and like whatever else he wanted. Yeah. And then cut it like a pizza. And he ate it. It was basically chicken crust pizza. But the thing is that's so, I don't know. Like might as well just eat chicken with cheese and like, why go through all that work? You know what I mean? What I like about it is that bread feel, like the folding in and the...
Yeah, I'm just saying you're more... it seems like you're more interested in eating bread than you are in losing weight is what I'm saying.
Not eating bread. I want
eating whatever. I'm just saying it's once the goal becomes... Like, for me, that's what changed because I was trying to lose weight for years, but I'd always fuck up. It's when the goal became when losing weight was more important to me than pizza, for example. Yeah. Or ice cream. Sugar, I had to cut out 0. Like, I had sugar. So when it became more important, then everything set into place. Yeah. But if it's not as important, you know what I mean? It's the same thing like dating. Like I say, you have a chick, right? And you want to date her. If she's the most important and you just want her, you can make it work, a be a relationship. Yeah. If she's not and you still like, I want to fuck this chick, I want to fuck that chick, it's never gonna work because your mind is never strictly on that. So treat it like a relationship, basically.
Yeah.
Be like, what's the most important thing? If this is the most important thing, then I put everything in this. But if it's vague, it's never gonna work out. There's always gonna be something that slips in.
Yeah.
So if you want, I'm not saying you should, but if you want, like, go ham. You're like, 1 month I'm eating whatever the fuck I want because then I've committed. I'm never. For example, maybe that'll work on you. I don't know.
No, that won't work.
So then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know.
But here's the thing. Although I have a sweet tooth,
Yeah.
I could, even if they're in front of me, I could avoid sweets. I could avoid them really well. I could resist. I could resist pasta. I could resist rice. I could even resist sandwiches. It's just for some reason.
I had a good sandwich yesterday and this morning.
For some reason, pizza has this hold over me.
I got a nice chicken cutlet sandwich.
Oof.
I got 2 of them from Parma Cafe.
Oh.
2 of them. I had 1.5 yesterday. And then I had half right before I came here. Oh. Delicious. Delicious. I'm eating a little bit of bread again now because I'm working out.
Yeah.
Delicious. Fuck. Oh, it's so good.
The one thing I am seeing also, what people are saying online, is you have to be in a calorie deficit. More important than anything. Carbs, yes, cut out carbs and all this, but the most important thing is calorie deficit to lose weight. There's no.
Yeah.
Other way.
Anyways, bro, we're not gonna turn like I've talked to you about losing weight. You're never interested, and now for some reason you're derailing a comedy podcast.
Because like here's the thing, I did it like I was eating omelets.
I know, but I'm saying this
pizza.
is the time or the place because we've been through it a million times. You just decided right now, this moment during a comedy podcast, to talk about why you're not losing weight because you're eating pizzas. Yeah. It's insane. We've been through it up for 3 years, 4 years. We know why you're not losing fucking weight because you're fucking eating pizza. You're eating fucking pizza, ice cream, whatever the fuck you want. And then you're like, I don't know why. We know why. The answer is in the fucking question. Jesus Christ.
Oh, shit. Okay.
You have these fucking weird moments.
Yeah.
I try to get you to lose weight all the time. You don't fucking listen. And then now randomly you're on the podcast. You know what? Maybe I should fucking... maybe I should stop eating pizza. Yeah, maybe. Maybe you fucking should. You know, the experts say you need a calorie deficit. Yeah, no shit. No shit. But it's also hard, by the way, the calorie deficit thing to balance out. That's what I was doing. I was always under eating. That's how I lost weight.
But that's what I did during the pandemic, and I was walking and shit. I was always in the calorie because you need.
Okay, so then if you know how, why are you talking? You literally just said I don't know how to lose weight. I've lost weight once, and I did this.
I didn't say I don't know how to lose weight.
Yes.
I know how to lose
weight.
No. I just want this all started with me wanting the perfect world of wanting to lose weight and having my pizza also.
Okay, well it doesn't exist.
Which I already did. I just ate a lot less. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I want to. What I'm saying is,
you want to eat all you want to eat, and you want to lose weight at the same time.
Not all.
You're a middle-aged divorced fat lady. You want it all. It's not gonna happen.
I want my cake and.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Or as Ted Kaczynski would have said, you can't eat your cake and have it too, and that's how he got caught.
Wait, what?
That's how the Unabomber got caught.
Why? I'm confused.
So we have this saying. It says you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
Okay. So technically, if you want to get technical, the real way you're supposed to say it is you can't eat your cake and have it too.
Oh, because cakes are pretty to look at also at the same time.
I kind of wish you were the victim of one of his bombs. It's just because you can't have your cake and eat it too, because you can't eat it and have it. Because you could have it and eat it because you have it. Do you get it? But once you eat it, then you can't have it anymore because you've eaten it. So the way we say it is the wrong way. Because, you can't have your cake and eat it too, is how we say it.
Yeah, but why would you want to have it? The whole point of cake is to eat it.
No, the whole point. I don't think you understand.
I never understood this saying, honestly. This saying always pissed me off.
Really?
Yeah, it always bothered me. Because why would you just want to have cake? You just want to eat it.
Yeah, you don't understand. It means you can't have both worlds. So if you're going to eat the cake, the cake is gone because you ate it.
Yeah.
So it can't coexist. You can't have it also. That's what it means.
Yeah, but why would you want to have it and coexist? The whole purpose of cake is to eat it.
No, that's not the whole purpose of cake.
It is the whole purpose of cake.
No, it depends. But it's also, that's not the point of it. The point isn't what Poseidon wants. It doesn't, they didn't make this saying thinking of you specifically.
No, but who in their right mind would
want... It's because it's something that's consumable. It's just a saying.
Yeah.
It's a saying, okay?
I get that it's a saying, but the saying doesn't make sense.
It makes perfect sense. The saying makes
terrible sense.
Oh my God, Poseidon. It makes perfect sense, Poseidon. It makes perfect sense. So the whole thing is that once you've eaten it, you can't have it. Once it's consumed,
no shit,
you can't have it anymore.
Yeah,
you're saying no shit, but you clearly don't understand. No, but
we know that. That's how life works.
The wording, the way he got caught was because the wording. Okay, people say you can't have your cake and eat it too, but technically, if you want to get technical, semantics, you should say you can't eat your cake and have it too.
Yeah,
because once you've eaten it, then you can't have it because it's disappeared. So he didn't like the way people would misuse that phrase.
Yeah, I get it.
We misuse it all the time. Like, colloquially, the way it's said is the wrong way technically, because we always say you can't have your cake and eat it too.
But what I'm saying, I say scrap the entire saying entirely, because you can't, like, you don't buy cake for the purpose of just having
You're not understanding
cake there.
it, but even the saying,
I do understand very well.
You're not. Stop talking. You do this with every conversation. No. He's looking at the camera. You're looking at the wrong camera. Number one. Number two, you do this with every conversation. You 100% misunderstood, but you keep putting it into your context of I like to eat cake. The saying has nothing to do with what you want to do with the cake. It has nothing to do with whether you want to throw it or whatever. The point is cake. Once it's eaten, this is the point. Yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to make to you before you jump in. Once cake is eaten, it's disappeared.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah, I know that.
That's the point. Stop thinking about eating cake and I want to eat cake. Some people buy cake just to throw it. Some people buy cake as a decoration. It's a movie set. No one's going to eat it.
Yeah.
Cake doesn't just exist to be eaten. There's many reasons why a cake would exist.
No, I understand.
Okay? So listen.
But the saying isn't you can't throw your cake and eat it.
You can't have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You can't have it means you can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
You no longer have it if you've eaten it. Is the whole saying.
Yeah, I get it.
You can't do both at the same time.
I understand.
It's either you have the cake and you don't eat it, or you eat the cake and then you don't have the cake anymore.
But who's out here
Think about it
hoarding
as
cakes?
money. Think about it as money.
Yeah.
Think about it as money. If you spend, you can't have your money in your hand and spend at the same time. If you spend it, you don't have the money. It's a choice that you're making.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, it's the exact same thing. So what he was saying
but the
was...
sole purpose of cake is to be eaten. Nobody buys cakes to have them sitting there.
We just discussed that that's not the sole purpose, and you're jumping to. That's not what the saying says. It doesn't matter what you want it for.
No,
it doesn't
understand.
matter. You don't understand. You keep saying I understand.
No, I understand. I just don't like the saying.
Okay, you don't like the saying because you don't like people talking about not eating cake.
No, because it doesn't make sense.
It makes perfect sense. You're the only one who doesn't understand it.
No, I understand. Again, I understand it.
You don't understand it because you just said it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, because you can't just have cake like that.
Yes, So how does it exist? So when you go to the bakery, the people that work there are just on their knees eating the cakes. They're like, it can't exist here.
No, but
we can't just have it.
They're selling the cake.
You just said there's no other purpose of cake than eating it.
I really do.
You just discovered there's another purpose, which is selling it. It's because he kept complaining that people are misusing that phrase. So in one of the letters that he wrote, it was written his way. You can't eat your cake and have it too. Remember?
Yeah.
Can't have your cake and eat it too. His brother saw it on the news.
Oh, shit.
And his brother's like, fuck.
Oh, shit.
I think I know who it is.
Did his brother snitch on him?
His brother snitched on him and said, look, I think it's my brother because he's weird and he's the only person in my life that I've ever heard say this. Say it that way.
Oh. So, damn. His own flesh and blood snitched on him.
Yeah.
Would you have snitched on your brother?
Yes. Not for that, though.
For the... what do you mean?
Like, I would have snitched. Like, I wouldn't have snitched
for the
just
bombings.
because... Like, if I saw the wrong thing, I wouldn't be like, oh, it's my brother. It depends on what he did. Because where he fucked up was the same way Luigi fucked up.
Yeah.
Innocent people, getting killed.
Yes, exactly.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Because the Unabomber made some good points.
Yeah, I've heard this repeatedly.
And that's what Luigi said too.
Yeah.
And do you remember the manifesto? We looked at it on one of the episodes.
I don't remember it at all, but refresh my memory.
He said the problem with automation now that everyone's losing their job and everything's being more automated and robots are basically taking over. No, he wasn't scared of AI. It was just like in general that we don't respect humanity anymore.
Yes, I get
and
it.
we're too dependent on this shit.
100%.
And that they're exploiting us and all that. All that stuff technically he was right about.
Yeah.
Blowing up people that work at a company is not the right way to do things. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
That's the only issue. But he was right. Like you've said it before, and I've said it before too.
Yeah.
I agree too that we're losing.
Well, yeah,
humanity.
the world is 100% losing its humanity. It's losing its soul. Just look at the design and how everything is made out. Look at old houses, the interiors. They were so beautiful, so intricate. And now look at everything's like hyper minimalistic, of this weird gray.
The gray I don't like either.
You know what I mean? This weird gray white. Everything's like turned into a fucking hospital. You walk into some people's houses, bro. You feel like it's a fucking sterile environment, bro. Me, I want all the fucking germs, bro. I want the beauty of life. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think they're related. I don't think I want.
They're not
all
related,
the germs,
but you know what I mean. What I'm trying to say.
But I don't like the gray hospital thing
I don't
either.
like that shit, man.
That's how a lot of new condos are.
Yeah,
there's no life.
It's very brutalistic. It's called.
Is that what it's called?
It's brutalistic architecture.
It's supposed to be brutal.
Yeah, I hate it.
Who invented it?
I don't know. I think nobody invented it per se. It's fads that catch on.
But who started that shit? That's crazy.
I don't know.
Brutalistic.
I don't know. But like, cause the 80s were beautiful, the 90s were beautiful, Like imagine.
I'd like us to go back to the 80s style. Neon everywhere.
Yeah, that was beautiful too, man. Like I look at some cars from the 80s. One of my dream cars is the Ferrari Testarossa. Bro, such a beautiful car. But when it came out, it was hated. That's a different story.
But everything is hated when it first comes out.
Like I know some cars that just came out that are being hated on. They're gonna be loved in the future. Just anyways, vice versa. Like there was so much beauty. Even if you look at like the 80s, the interior decorations and how certain penthouses were and how certain houses were gorgeous. It just felt. It felt like there was life in everything, and it feels like right now we're just sucking the life out of everything. Even video games, I think that's how I feel the video games also.
Well, video games, we know that because of the whole agenda-driven video games that came out.
Exactly.
Elden Ring is still amazing.
Yeah. Like, you take example, a game like Elden Ring is so intricate and so many things are happening and there's so much lore.
Did you finish it?
Yes, of course.
Shadow of the Erdtree?
No, I didn't finish that. I didn't even buy the expansion. I'm going to buy the expansion. Yeah. But there's so much life in that game. There's so much... Even though it is a game about no more humanity, there's still so much humanity in it. You understand what I mean?
No.
Like, there's so much life into it.
Yeah, there's definitely... I didn't know...
Even though it's a game about death and everything dying and decrepit.
Well, no, it's not all... But I get what you're saying because death and life are connected.
Yes.
But it's such a... What I like about it is just that it feels lived in.
Yeah. Like it
doesn't feel like they created it for me. It feels like I walked into something that already exists.
Yes. Oh.
That's how I write, yeah.
Yes. You fucking hit the nail on the head. Like I bought the new what's it called? The Lords of the Fallen.
Is that good?
Look, it's good. But again, I don't feel that spark like I felt with Elden Ring.
Well, Lords of the Fallen was they try to copy what Elden Ring does.
100%.
And they did it in a smaller time frame with a lower budget.
And they put these weird mechanics in the game where you gotta jump in between the living and the dead.
You don't like that, eh?
Go fuck yourself.
So I was gonna buy it. I didn't buy it just because I didn't hear the best things.
I got it because it was on specials of $30.
But it's not worth it.
Look, it's fun. I'm gonna finish it probably.
Okay, so it is fun.
It's fun, but it's not. It doesn't.
It's not as hard as Elden Ring.
You know what I really got into?
Is it hard?
And I felt... Sorry?
Is it as hard as Elden Ring?
It's nowhere near as hard. It's actually, I would say, too easy.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, the boss fights are still like, but I don't feel the same frustration and the same...
Is it multiplayer?
Yeah, there is multiplayer also. You know what I really got into, surprisingly? And I didn't even know this existed. You know Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon?
Okay.
Breakpoint came out in 2019. It's still a PS4 game. They didn't port it over for PS5. But basically, it's an open world shooter game where it's kind of built like an RPG. So you have the open world side. It's like picture The Witcher 3,
yeah,
but just modern day shooter. And you're thrown into this world of there's basically a giant island, and this tech billionaire CEO takes over that island and is creating the technology of the future and help to heal people. But what happens is they go like AWOL on the U.S. military and they do their own thing. And then you're an operative trying to make contact again with this island because they went dark and they basically shot down like a cargo ship. And you're like, why the fuck would these are our people shooting down a cargo ship? Why would they do it? So you're an operative trying to establish control communications
and
again.
You land on the island?
And you basically get shot down on the island and you're trying to like all the helicopters, it was like a team of like 64 soldiers or something. And they all get shot down. Most of them get killed. Half of them get killed.
It's like a Ubisoft game. What's it called? Far Cry?
Yeah, but Tom Clancy. And you create your own character and it's open world. And
doesn't Ubisoft produce all Tom Clancy shit?
I think so. But I guess...
saying, does it feel like Far Cry?
No, not even close.
Okay.
Not even close because Far Cry felt more survival-y. This feels more like you have like... Because Far Cry, you really felt like alone in the world. This, you got your connections. You got like, okay, you're still connected to the internet to search shit up. Not the internet, but like, you know, for intel, the missions. It's all very like, it's very intricate, but it's also very like connected. You can have teammates right off the bat, like AI teammates that follow you around right off the bat, and you can be a little more bold in the way you approach situations. But it's very like
no multiplayer.
There is multiplayer. There's PvP and PvE, so I can.
But I mean, in the
people.
main story, I can't bring you in.
Of course you could.
Oh, that's cool.
At any moment, and I think because there's gear levels, and the gear levels adjust.
So let's say you're playing.
Kind of like an Elden Ring.
That's what. So let's say right now you're playing.
Yeah.
I could log in and I could come help you out.
Yeah, I could invite you and you come into my world. Let's say you're like double my level.
I'll go down to your level.
You'll go down to like my gear level, so you'll still have a hard time. Like it won't be just super easy. And like in PvP, gear level is disabled because they want everyone to be at the equal playing level.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's still some stuff because it's Ubisoft where like you have to pay for extra shit, but it's not pay to win. It's like for stories and stuff, like extra
content.
Okay. So that's fine. But this game too, like I realized, I don't know how I never delved into these games. Like I delved into it and I'm like, yo, this is an entire world that existed here before me. And like I'm like exploring now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is it. Like I got that feeling back for a video game. And this is some random shooter that I guarantee you, not many people played. We didn't really see it all over the place. We don't see clips of it, but it's a phenomenal game. Like the recoil when you shoot, you're like, fuck, okay, I gotta focus. Because Call of Duty, that's what really pissed me off at some point. Call of Duty, bro, at some point I'm half asleep and I'm playing. And I could play and still kill people and still play the game.
Yeah.
Which I was kind of like, fuck, I'm tired of this shit, bro. Like, it doesn't feel like a game anymore. It just feels like I'm having an out-of-body experience going around shooting other people on a screen. You understand? I don't feel like I feel
like they don't come up with cool new games anymore.
Yeah, but this game that I think it came out in 2019 or 2021, if I'm mistaken. Dude, this game, even like when because you could go like guns blazing or you could sneak around. There's so many different ways you could play it. You could be a sniper from really far. There's so many there's classes. You could do dual classes and then switch between those two.
And what do the classes do?
There's like one of them is like a bear class. You're like a commando. You go guns blazing and shit. One of them is called Panther. You're all like sneaky and shit. One of them is like an eagle. You're a sharpshooter from far away, and they give you these classes.
They give you different attributes.
They give you the different attributes. Some of them are active. Some of them are inactive. You even have like the Panther has like this. What happens is if you land in an area where there's a lot of enemies, you put down like a crazy smoke bomb and you could disappear, and then sneak back around
like Batman,
basically, and like kill people from behind and do the game. And then like because I have AI teammates now. Because I just wanted to see what it's like to play with like a team and play alone. I could basically like, let's say there's 3 enemies and like there's a piece of intel there. I'm like, but I have to go to my mission there. I'm like, let me do this fast. Basically, I'll ping 2 bad guys. And then as soon as I shoot one of the bad guys, my teammates shoot the other 2 right away. So it's like it's very nice. Like it's really, really well made. You could tell that it's really well made, and the graphics for a 2019 game outperforms a lot of the modern games.
What's it called?
Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint, I think. Hold on,
yeah, I know that Tom Clancy games are very popular.
Yeah. Hold on.
Tom Clancy, it started to become popular with Rainbow Six, I remember when I was young. And I think that was on the fucking PS1, bro. Am I crazy? Was it PS1 or PS2?
Yeah. Hold on. Tom Clancy.
Let's see. Tom Clancy Rainbow Six.
I think it's Breakpoint. Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Yeah, when did this come out? It got a 7 out of 10 on Steam. A 4.5 out of 5 on Amazon. And apparently they rehauled a lot of the game in like 2023 and 2024. Release date.
PlayStation. Yeah, fuck, bro. They started in the PS1 era. That's crazy.
It came out October 4th, 2019, this game.
Yeah, and the first one came out in 1998 on PC and Mac.
Yeah.
And then in 99, they ported it to N64 and PS1 and Dreamcast. And then it's never stopped.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it makes sense because you see this game probably has a loyal fan base that plays them over the years, and I've seen the evolution. Because I remember playing some of them, but I guess I was too young to understand these games. Too much of a kid. I was like, oh, this seems too complicated. Sneak this, that, do this, that. So I was like, fuck it, But like, dude, it's so good, and the world, and it's got that feel, like you said, it wasn't created for you. This world existed. You just happen to be here now.
That's the best. That's how storytelling should be.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So, like I'm playing it. Like I'm actually looking forward to going home and play it.
Okay. Like it got you.
Yeah,
excited.
It got me excited again. I haven't felt like that about a video game since Elden Ring, and before Elden Ring, I think maybe Witcher.
You should get the DLC for Elden Ring though.
I will 100%.
It's huge.
Yeah,
it's a whole other game.
God damn.
And the system for leveling up is different too.
Really?
So you still level up,
Yeah.
but it doesn't affect you as much. You collect these things as you progress through it. I forgot what they're called, like these different tiers. There's 2 things. You collect enough, it lets you level up though, and that's what kind of levels up your stats in that realm. Because you're in another realm, basically.
Okay, so you have a different level for that other realm.
Yeah, exactly. It's just so it makes it so if you started off and you're like at a very crazy high level, it's still fun.
Okay,
So,
I get it.
So you're having the same experience as everyone else down there. I still think I'm overpowered for it right now because I'm at the end. Like I beat it.
Yeah.
And I just unlocked a secret area where it's where America was born.
Where what?
America was born. Yeah, was born. You know, America, the statue that you see everywhere, the lady, the hair.
Oh, yeah.
Where she was born. And I think it's where her son was born too. So I just got into it. And the first thing you face there is 2 tree sentinels.
Oh, shit.
Killed them both.
Easy.
Me
Really?
and my mimic.
Yeah, once you level up your mimic tier to the max, I stopped doing co-op after my mimic tier because I hated waiting for people.
I don't like waiting for people, but I find co-op fun because sometimes they'll show me stuff I didn't know. And you just team up with something. It's just fun. You and the homies, and you're going through killing dragons and shit. It's fun.
Yeah, I think where I really got frustrated with the co-op was like these dungeons where it was kind of like people didn't go to a lot. You know what I mean? Because the co-op for the main bosses is really fun. You find instantly people on the ground to summon. But for these other bosses, you'd have to wait and wait. So
the waiting pisses me off. But also sometimes I like because I have the microphone. So I like sometimes if somebody's doing something stupid, it's all quiet, and then you hear me. You're fucking retarded.
I mean, I like sacrificing them. If I'm really low health, I'm like, okay, I'll stand back. They'll fight the guy.
Well, that's the point, right? That's why they're there too. So sometimes I'll go because also they don't want me to die because then everyone dies.
Yeah, exactly. Which is fun. I've had some guys sometimes because I remember I played Dark Souls 3 also. I beat Dark Souls 3 I think like 5 times.
Yeah.
Dark Souls 2 I never beat. Dark Souls 1.
When I beat Demon Souls, for me that was insane because at the time this was on PS3.
Yeah.
The first time they came out with this, it was such an alien game. People hated it when it first came out. People hated it and people loved it. Like it was 2 camps. There was no middle ground.
I have to tell you about that.
And then I started to play it and I was like, what a piece of shit game. The first 10 minutes, I was like, what the fuck is this game? But I kept dying. I couldn't get past anything. And then I started to delve deeper into it. I got addicted.
Yeah.
It took me like a month to beat the first boss. Like to get to the first boss and beat it because I was still learning. But then after that, it was like I understood the game.
Yeah.
I understood what it was. And it was just, I remember I had to run across a bridge and there was a dragon that would come and just spit fire. And you can't make it. It's really a game. Like you're not fast enough. And then I realized if I take off all my equipment and I run across naked, I'm faster because I don't have the equipment. And that's how you make it across. Oh. And I remember thinking like, this so goofy. It's so stupid and yet it makes perfect sense.
But it's also very Japanese, eh?
But that's what got me into it. It's just the fact that you have to think outside the box. And I was like, there's something to this. So the fact that I made it naked and then I put my armor back on and I went to fight the boss, I was like, okay, this game now makes me want to play more based on the fact that it did that. That's such an insane mechanic. And even now, I beat the DLC, but there was a whole area that I hadn't discovered. Like, what the fuck's there? Bro, and then I found there's a statue. And I always looked at the statue. I go, there's something there. Basically, if you do the right gesture in front of it to pray, the statue opens up and it unlocks a whole new area.
No.
And it's a random thing. If you don't pay it, if you don't know, you don't know. You're like, I beat the game. It's done.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that's what I love so much about these games. And then once you get to learn them.
Yeah, the Japanese are basically making the games that in the 80s, people talked about in movies that one day would exist.
So for Demon Souls, I remember at the time when my dad's side of the family was still talking to me. My cousin was very into video games as well. And I was like, at the time I was obsessed. I was obsessed with World of Warcraft. And I kept telling him, I said, bro, you don't understand me? I want a game where it's sword and shield, but it's not just you click and he's attacking. I want like you have your, it's like a sword and shield and you explore and like World of Warcraft, but like you control the guy, not just clicking and he attacks. And he goes, oh, you would love Demon Souls. I go, what do you mean, Demon Souls? What's this? Anyways, I think I had found the last copy, bro. Remember Rockland? It was
that video game store.
Yes,
yeah, that's where the animal store was. Right
yeah,
before.
Yeah.
Dude, those guys. I've had some adventures in high school with those guys. What happened to them?
I have no clue.
I forgot the name.
But I bought the last copy. I showed up at that store in Rockland, something block, something
I can't
video
remember
game.
at
Anyways,
all. I can't remember at all.
but I bought the last copy, and they were discontinuing it in Quebec
Yes, because of the
French laws.
Yes, I have the version, the original version in the box, the deluxe version or whatever, with the soundtrack. That's all in English.
I sold it like a retard.
You know what I bought? Here's the crazy thing. When I bought it, I worked at EA. A guy that I work with told me about it, and I was like, "It's not for me. I don't like this fucking Japanese shit." And then I went down. They had a copy. I bought it with the intention of selling it.
Oh,
And I didn't open it. You understand? It stayed in my house for 2 months, sealed.
really?
Yeah, I had zero interest in it. And then one day, I think Alex was playing it or something. He was getting into it, home or someone.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I have that game. I have the deluxe version of it too.
Yeah.
I go, should I just fucking play it? And then I hated it. And I was like, oh, why'd I open it? I should have sold this. Game's not for me. And then I got into it and it was wild. I also have the second one. No, I have Dark Souls.
Yeah.
I have Dark Souls. I have that in steel case. And that I never finished, I think. I started, I never finished.
Dark Souls, I think I finished. Dark Souls 2, I didn't. Dark Souls 3, I beat like 5 times. But Demon Souls, I had gotten so far into the game. I think I had like 2 areas left to go to. But I had completed 3 areas. And then...
Oh, you never finished the game?
No, I never finished it.
Oh, it's worth it.
I don't know why, bro. Like a retard. I decided to attack one of the NPCs.
It ruined your game.
Ruined the entire game. I'm like, I'm not redoing all that.
Yeah.
I was so angry. And I think you know what it was? I was like, I put my
I found a cheat. I found a hack in Demon Souls.
What?
I don't know if they patched it. And I showed Alex. Alex did it too. There was a hack when you die. You turn off the game. Like you know when it says the you're dead thing?
Yeah.
Like, let's say you know you're dying. Right
I
there.
heard about this.
You have to exit at the right moment. And basically you're popped right back right before you died where you were.
Oh, because it doesn't save. It would save after the fact.
I remember, no, because it does small autosaves. So it found
Exactly.
you there. There was a whole thing about it. And I remember I figured out, I showed Alex was doing it too. It made the game so much easier at one point. Because, yeah, you didn't have to go back.
Yeah, because it would probably autosave right after it says you died.
So it would save before and after.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, so I would always, I remember, I don't know if they patched it because it was a PS3 era, but I remember that saved me a lot of trouble.
Fuck. Well, they probably patched it in the new version on the PS5.
The PS5 is a whole different game.
Yeah, 100%.
I have the PS5 version too. It was free for PS Plus members. It looks nice and it plays different. It's more fluid.
Yes, it
It
is.
seems funner, but I just didn't want to
It's
get
also
into
harder, I find.
Really?
I don't know if it's because I got used to Elden Ring.
That's what happened.
And then I tried playing it, and I was like, why does this feel harder? This is crazy. I tried playing it, and I'm like, I can't. So I stopped. But when I really got that far, that first playthrough, I think like I was like this, and I had set down my controller. I was in my room, set down my controller, and I was on my phone or something, and then I moved, and I pressed the attack button on the PS3.
Oh,
like that's why I was so angry about it. Like I didn't even attack by mistake, like myself. I didn't just go, haha.
Just L2, you did a big
Just
attack on
L2 or R2 or whatever the fuck, and I did a big attack, and he hated me, and it was the storage guy, so I could no longer store shit in the game. So I was so pissed because you couldn't sell stuff in the original Demon Souls. I think in this one too you can't. You couldn't sell equipment.
In this one,
No.
you can't sell.
No, you
anything.
couldn't
can't
sell back
in this
then.
one either. But this one, like the thing is, there's no storage. You just keep everything. It's crazy how much shit you have.
Elden Ring, no, there is storage.
No, but I mean, you could just keep everything. Why would I store stuff?
Well, to organize, that's it.
Oh, that's the only reason.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
I literally, if I press pause,
Yeah.
bro, I have a warehouse.
No, that's crazy.
I have 400 swords.
No, that's too much clutter. Drives me nuts.
Yeah?
Yeah, it drives me
I have
nuts.
everything on. I've never used storage in that game once.
No. I love the storage. I would just throw everything in there and forget about it.
Oh, really? No. I can't trust them, bro. I don't know these people. Bro, I killed these monsters. I got these crazy weapons. I'm gonna give it to some random stranger. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
I have all
Good
that
times,
stuff.
these
Yeah, it's
video
good
games.
times. I was playing last night. That's why I'm bringing it up.
Elden Ring.
That's how I found the secret area because I didn't know. I was like, I don't feel like I'm done the DLC, and then I went to the round table, and it had Begin Journey 3, and I was like, oh wait, so that means that because I've already beat it twice, and I go, oh, so I could restart a third time. Is it because I beat the regular game, or is it because I beat the DLC? I go, because DLC has a whole area that I haven't explored yet,
Yeah.
and then I figured out it's a secret area. It's like, fuck, how do I get in here? I was trying to break the statue.
But wait, what's Begin Journey 3?
So when you beat the game, when you're all done, you go to the round table, and from there you could start New Game Plus. New Game Plus is New Journey. New Journey 1 is new game plus 1. New Journey 2 is new game plus 2. Me, I'll give me the option new game 3 basically.
Yeah.
Because I've already beaten it twice fully.
Yeah.
And this would be the third one that would start if I want to, but I'm too old now. I can't start dude, I've spent over 200 hours on that game in the past, like how many years we have it. I can't restart again. Like now everything's open. In order to restart, it means that I would have to commit. Like I would only restart if I want to restart the game, and there's no way I can't see myself in the near future, in the next 10 years, having enough time to do what I did.
Do you think we're going to be that generation in old folks' homes just playing video games and banging?
No, the thing is, I don't play enough to say it'll happen. If you get bored, yeah, maybe in the future. But I prefer. It's like right now, it helps me sleep, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because I had a conversation yesterday, and my friend was like, "You're mental," because I was talking and I was drinking, and it was 2 a.m., 2:30, and I was just playing. I was like, "I'm gonna play 15 more minutes, and then I'm gonna start closing everything."
Yeah.
And my friend's like, "What are you drinking?" And I was like, "Took a cup of coffee." I'm like, "Are you fucking retarded?" And I was like, "No, why?" It's like it's 2:30 in the morning. You just made yourself coffee and you're playing video games.
Yeah, it's a little pretty insane, actually.
How the fuck are you going to go to sleep?
Even I wouldn't do shit like that.
I know, but I do. I went to sleep right after.
Like the most.
I've been drinking coffee since I was 9 years old.
That means you have ADHD, probably.
I do have ADHD.
Yeah, because me too, coffee doesn't affect me, but it'll still pump up my heart rate, and I know it'll somewhat keep me awake.
I went to bed.
Yeah, no, that's next level shit.
Yeah, I don't think it's next level shit. I think a lot of people can do it. It's not just me. I think it depends how much you consume. I think you consume other stuff that unhealthily, but I don't feel like you consume unhealthy amounts of coffee. I feel like you consume regular healthy amounts of coffee.
No, anything more than anything more than 2 cups of coffee, and I don't mean 2 cups of coffee. This is 3 cups.
Yeah,
by the
this
way.
is huge. Yeah.
Anything more than 2 cups of coffee per day is considered unhealthy.
Okay, for the record,
we have 3.
For the record, the cup. It was my travel mug that I had 3 cups of coffee at 2:30 in the morning. And in the day, yesterday, I think we came here. I had the Tim Hortons, and then I had 2 full pots at home. So I must have had like 13 cups of coffee yesterday.
No, you're having at least 20 cups of coffee.
A day normally, yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
I'm having around 6.
But this is since...
6 to 8.
This is since I was maybe 18. I would drink this much coffee, but I've been drinking coffee since I was 9.
Fuck, that explains a lot about you, actually.
Yeah. Which part?
No, just because you like those supervillains that has to juice up. You're like Bane that juices up on coffee every time.
Yeah.
Just fucking. The next thing, bro, you're injecting it into your veins directly.
No, I won't. You know why?
You're gonna create a system where it's feeding you drip coffee.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe because what I love about it is I don't love. It's not a feeling like I need caffeine. What I love is the ceremony. So I love the warmth. I love hot coffee. That's why even sometimes I'll have iced coffee, I'll have a frappe and stuff. But in the summer, when I can, I still order hot coffee. And people are like, why aren't you just getting cold? I love hot coffee. Hot coffee, the taste, the smell, the feeling on my hands. I love the whole thing.
Yeah.
I love the taste of hot coffee with a little bit of cream. And it's the best for me. I love it.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll start, who knows, I'll get older, I'll do decaf.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I don't think I'm chasing the caffeine. I'm addicted to the ritual.
Yeah, that's usually what smoking is as well. Me, I'm addicted to the ritual. Like every time, coffee, smoking. For some reason, smoking a cigarette with coffee is one of the greatest feelings in the world.
Well, why don't they make fake cigarettes? But I mean healthy fake, because they have stuff now that you burn, but it's toxic.
No, they do, but they're kind of gay, bro. It's kind of weird. They're like whistles and shit.
What?
It's like this weird thing. It's like a see-through, like.
No, that's what I mean. Why don't they just make a fake one that you can't, like, kind of like decaf?
That you can't smoke?
No, like let's say decaf, for example. I've never had decaf coffee, but I'm assuming it's like coffee, but with no caffeine.
Yeah, but you're still drinking it. With fake cigarettes, you still want to inhale.
That's what I'm saying. Why don't they, with all this technology, why don't they fucking make something?
Because we're not built like that. We haven't evolved. Humans have not evolved to smoke anything. Any foreign object, any foreign...
No, what I'm saying is we have vapes now. Like there's different
yeah, but even
ways.
Vapes, anything...
There's different ways of smoking is what I'm saying.
And I understand, but all of it is bad for you. The moment you introduce something that isn't oxygen into your lungs, we haven't evolved like that.
I'm going to one-up you.
Natives have evolved like that.
I'm going to one-up you before you talk shit about the natives, which we will.
I'm not talking shit. Fun. This is impressive.
No, we're going to talk shit about them. Hold on. I found out today, I was looking at a video. When you get a transfer of like a liver or whatever?
I saw this video. You sent it in the group chat.
How crazy is that?
Completely insane.
I didn't know that. So apparently, what they unless they're lying to us through video, which they can be.
Yeah.
If you get like a liver transplant or whatever, a kidney, I guess people get kidney transplants a lot. You have to take these drugs for life.
Yes.
That are anti-rejection medication, because the way your body is built, the way your system is, your organs, any foreign agent, any foreign organ or whatever, it's meant to attack it. So they use for certain vaccines, they use DNA of either other animals or other humans or whatever to make it, and then they put it in you. And apparently, some of that is very bad for you, because what happens is your body goes and attacks those cells.
Yeah.
And then if they go to other parts of your body, that whatever that's in the vaccine, that protein, your body's going to learn to start attacking the rest of you, and you're going to grow autoimmune. That's why there's a huge rise in autoimmune disorders, because your body's made to attack foreign shit.
What it explains, and this was in the video you sent.
Foreign DNA.
It explains that kids allergic to eggs. Remember hearing about kids allergic to eggs
and other weird shit?
Because I used to think as a kid, because peanut butter, I could maybe understand. We've grown to realize like it's not healthy. You know what I mean? So maybe because it's not healthy, the body is like, this is no good for you, and it becomes allergic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's some kind of like logic there. But I was thinking, like, even as a kid, I was thinking eggs. Eggs doesn't make any sense. Why would your body be allergic to eggs? Eggs are good for you. You could be allergic
to anything, apparently.
I understand, but I grew up. Everyone telling me eggs are healthy. Yeah. Not too much, but now we found out that even you can have eggs 7 days a week. You'll be fine.
You know that we went through a period of time where they were saying eggs are too many high. What are they saying? Cholesterol?
Too high in cholesterol, but it's a healthy cholesterol.
Yeah, but we went.
It's not bad
we don't
cholesterol.
know. I'm saying as we evolve, we learn more shit.
Exactly. Yeah. And now we've come to find out eggs is actually a literal superfood.
Superfood, baby.
You know what I mean? You could even if, because that's why I think it helps, especially if you're dieting. Eggs, if you have omelets, let's say 4 omelets all the time, you'll be in a calorie deficit. If you put some meats and veggies, you'll be under 2,000 calories. You know what I mean? Like 4 egg omelet, it could be like 1,000, 1,200 calories.
I love fucking eggs.
But the thing is, you'll still feel a bit hungry, but you have all the nutrients that your body needs.
Amazing.
That's why it's considered a superfood.
I love it.
And that's how I lost weight with that originally during the pandemic.
With this foreign body shit.
So this foreign body shit, they're saying that when they became allergic to eggs was because they would grow the vaccine, not grow the vaccines, but they would use eggs. What's the term that he used, the guy? I forgot. They would use chicken eggs to produce the vaccines because it was very like the egg yolk, the egg white was very gooey or whatever the fuck. You know, I'm not a scientist, so I don't know the exact terms. So this guy was explaining. But now what's even more fucked up is in China, where we're getting 90% of our vaccines from the entirety of North America, apparently is growing them. Not growing. In fact, I keep saying the term growing, but developing, I guess, these vaccines in snake eggs.
Well, I don't understand what the fuck's wrong with us. Like, I don't...
So, like, we're introducing snake DNA into our system. So we for sure...
are going to develop something.
Like, for sure, bro. Some weird shit. Like, as soon as it gets humid, like, fucking scales are going to grow on your ass or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, some weird shit like that.
I honestly, I don't know... I don't know what to do in, like, moving
There's
forward.
Nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. And if you want to do something, you end up turning into this Luigi guy because you can't do anything about it.
But I also heard,
but you want to do something about it.
But even if you say, like, oh, you know what? For me, I won't take that shit. Let's say you say that, or I won't give it to my kids or whatever. They go crazy on you if you don't want to. If you don't want to take
too.
shots.
And then what's crazy is with the food we eat nowadays, you end up introducing foreign DNA anyways.
Anyway, I have a friend who she couldn't find her years ago. She was working at a daycare. And she had gotten all her shots, but she couldn't find, you have remember the carnet de vaccin?
Yeah.
She couldn't find it. So they fired her.
What?
Yeah. They go, did you get these shots when you were a kid? And she's like, I got them. She goes, do you have proof? She's like, let me go look. So I can't find that little booklet, I remember I had it too in elementary.
Yeah.
You get the booklet. And they fired her as an adult. They go, you can't work if you don't have that. Yeah.
Why?
This was in Toronto. Because they go, no, everyone here has to be vaccinated for this when they were kids. And if you weren't, you can't work here. So she's like, I was. Like, yeah, but you have to prove it. And you don't have it, which I find crazy. You know what I find crazy?
Yeah.
Is the argument of that doesn't make sense to me because technically I don't care. Like, if I'm vaccinated for something, it's supposed to protect me. What the fuck do I care if you go? It doesn't make any sense. You remember that argument of I'm vaccinated so I can't get it or spread it?
Yeah.
But you're putting me in danger because you. How are you putting me in danger?
If you're protected, yeah.
It's this whole like oxymoron, weird logic. It doesn't make any sense.
I think from the moment I was a baby to when I was a kid, I think my mother only allowed me to get 2 vaccines. I think one of them was for like the hepatitis shit.
Yeah.
And the other one was for tetanus. That's it.
Yeah.
But I remember all the other kids at school.
I think I got all, I don't know what I got. If I got it.
I remember not getting. Because I remember my mother arguing with the school, like, no, you're not gonna get. I don't know what the like. I remember.
I think I got shots.
No.
I think if your mom has. If you look at her arm, does your mom have that crater?
What?
Look at your mom's arms.
Okay.
One of her arms, she's gonna have a crater.
Here?
Yeah.
No, she doesn't have that.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Check on both arms.
No, I would have noticed.
No, maybe you don't. You're gonna see.
I am gonna check next time.
Most of our parents that came from the old world,
okay,
they have that on their arms.
From what?
From their vaccine. Because the way they would vaccinate kids back then was different in that world.
Okay.
I think they would cut a bit and mix your blood in with it was like this.
Oh.
It was harder, yeah. It was different the way they did it. They had bigger needle, like all kinds of shit.
No, my
so
mother
you notice
was always
people in the third world, or they come like our parents and shit. They have it looks like the crevices on the moon.
Oh, really?
You never noticed that?
No.
Yeah, I know. When I notice on people, if I notice on their arm or something, and I'll know right away that they weren't born here, and I'll ask them.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I have noticed that crevice, but I just thought it was I don't know, like when you grow old and shit.
No. Little things that you pick up.
Oh wow.
After the years, yeah. It's because
I'm gonna check my mom's arms. I'm gonna walk up to her. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, and then she'll tell you
like, what?
She'll tell the story when she was little in the village and stuff how they did it. It was normal for everyone. That you know what else? Speaking of crevice on the moon, the craters on the moon. I didn't know this. This is so wacky. So now they're starting to talk about again that the moon is like a. It doesn't belong there. Like it was made. They think it's an artificial structure.
I've heard it's a mirror.
No, it's an artificial structure. What they say is, I fucking apparently it's like you could look it up like online, like NASA or whatever. Like it's not disputed, just what it is. So no matter how big or wide the crater is,
yeah,
it always has the same depth. On the moon, all the craters have the exact same. They stop at the exact same level, like they hit something and it stops. Even if they're wider, even if it's a bigger crater, it stops at the same place.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's interesting because that lends to a theory that there's something in there, like it's like metal or something. Because like there's something in there that's like it's artificial. Because normally we use Earth as an example.
Yeah.
The bigger normally, the wider the crater, the deeper it goes. It's a bigger impact. So this, no matter how big or wide, it always ends at the same level. Like it hits a breaking point. Bang, stops there.
And imagine what.
Well, I don't know. I could be the craziest coincidence
ever.
True.
Let's say it's true.
It's true. Apparently that's what it does. But I'm saying, let's say the reason is the biggest coincidence.
But let's say it's true. What I mean is, let's say it's true.
There is something under there. Yeah.
Under there. Imagine how strong that material has to be to get hit by meteorites.
That's what they're saying. Hold on. Let me see if I can find something.
That's crazy.
Oh, Meta meltdown. WhatsApp, Instagram, Threads, and Facebook hit by global outage.
Oh, for real?
Oh, that's why. Okay, yeah, because some people were like, they thought I was ignoring them, and so they sent me regular text. I'm not ignoring you. Let's see here. Moon crater depth. Well-preserved large craters like Tycho, about 53 miles. I don't know. Why are moon craters so shallow? Is every moon crater the same depth? Depending on the size and shape and impact energy. Let's see here. The depths are only a small fraction. Yeah, I'm not able to send or receive Instagram. Everything. Lunar craters, the smallest craters. Yeah, there's a whole video that I saw on this. Now, Poseidon. Is this real or fake? So it says here, why is every crater on the moon seemingly the same depth no matter the differentiating circumferences?
I don't know. Instagram's working for me.
They're not actually, but certainly impact energies. A large crater will be backfilled after the impact, limiting its depth. So one guy's saying that it's because it was bigger, but then when it hit, all the impact went back in and it made it the same.
What? Repeat that?
Like he says that it's because it doesn't make well, it kind of makes sense. Like all the debris
Okay.
fell back in, so it kind of rose it to this.
Nah.
I don't know.
That doesn't make sense.
Why are pretty much all craters on the moon about the same depth regardless of diameter? One should never use the term all when kinetic energy is involved. If the moon was featureless and covered in the same material, the only variable would be the density, size, velocity, and angle of the object impacting the moon. For the purposes of this answer, let's see, you have answered your own question. Diameter versus depth, the energy has to go somewhere. In this case, out. But it still doesn't explain why it's always the same depth. If it is the same depth, maybe they're lying to us. Maybe it's not the same depth.
Maybe. Could it be gravity related? Maybe.
I don't know. It just
because let's say because
I'm only using the Earth as an example. I know that if I drop something bigger versus something smaller, the bigger thing is gonna have more of an impact.
But maybe that's because of our gravity levels. Because let's say something hits the moon, but because of its gravity level, it's constant. You understand?
Yeah.
So there's only a certain level of penetration it can reach before being pulled away from the moon.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? But it's still a big object. So the bigger the object, the wider the crater. But because of gravity, it remains. But even that, because that would, if it was a heavier object, it would still go deeper. So
how deep is the crater? So a lot of people are asking this online.
Oh, wow.
Some people are just saying it's not true and they're freaking out. And then other people are saying it is true, but I can explain it. So those are two conflicting things. Some people are saying it's not true, and the other people are saying it is true, but I can explain it. It's not weird. And then one of the explanations was what the guy just said, that like the debris goes back in. But I don't know, it's all fucked up.
Sometimes I wish I was like the Silver Surfer, or like
you could just go up and check.
I could just go up and see. I could like walk through the crater and be like put my hand through and like face through or whatever the fuck.
Just to see what's going on.
Just to see what's going on.
Some of it, I think, is also because it's wishful thinking. We don't want to be alone out there, and we wish that there's something greater and bigger.
I was watching a video about this the other day. It's impossible that we're alone. It's impossible. And more and more people are starting to believe in the dark forest theory. You know what the dark forest theory is?
Dark forest?
Yeah. So the dark forest theory is basically that we're just basically all uncontacted tribes.
Oh, yeah.
We're all just too far away. So we're just in the dark forest, and we don't know there's other tribes over there. And we're just going about through the dark forest.
And we might find someone. If we get close enough, we could see their fire.
Yeah, but the thing is, on the universe level, it's so vast that you could go and go and go and go. And if you haven't mastered time warp or whatever the fuck.
You want me to fuck you up? You're going to ruin your... Well, it's going to be good, but you're going to get consumed.
Hold on. Let me finish. Because I was watching a video, and there was a guy who goes, if our solar system was the size of my hand, just our galaxy is the entire continent of North America.
That's crazy.
That's how small we are.
Yeah.
So it's impossible. You can't tell me we're the only planet amongst quintillions. I don't know how many. I don't even know the number anymore.
Yeah, the life might not be as smart, or maybe it's more smart.
But
we can't be the only ones.
We can't be the only. It's
here's
possible. I don't believe it.
Okay, but what life are we going to find? Because there's a show on Netflix. I guess it's based on a book. It's very good. 3-Body Problem.
Yes, you told me about it. I haven't watched it.
You got to watch it.
Really?
So they you want me to give you a synopsis?
Yeah.
Okay. So this communist whore, and I messed up. I'm giving you the skinny on what it's about. No. So in China, during I think it's the 70s.
Oh, I started watching it, but I fell asleep and I stopped.
Basically, she actually accidentally makes contact. So the satellite dishes, the radio signals, makes contact. There's legit contact, and it goes. The message she gets is, "Don't send another signal. My civilization has no pity. Like, it's gonna destroy you guys.
Oh.
So don't make any more contact. Stay quiet so we don't know that you guys exist."
Oh.
This bitch replies.
No.
And says, "Come save us," or something like that. From ourselves. Now.
Oh, don't tell me anymore. Don't tell me anymore.
You're going to love this.
No, I don't want to know anymore.
You got to know a bit. This civilization, what I like about it is just the fact that it's not like, okay, we're here. It's basically, they're preparing to come, and they're in constant contact because they've mastered that kind of, you know how they say like every atom is connected and all that shit?
Yeah.
So if you have one on the other side of the galaxy, you could instantly control the other.
Oh, yeah.
So they have instant communication. And VR, next level VR.
Okay.
So they're in constant contact with them, with these specific people, and they've kind of almost created a cult about these aliens coming.
Oh shit!
And they're always, it's like an AI. It's like a collective AI.
My ass got sore. Sorry.
My asshole hurts. It's
no,
like
my ass got sore.
It's like a collective. Lay down a bit, like I do.
Yeah.
It's a collective AI that they have almost.
Yeah.
So they're almost like robotic the way they talk, and they're learning. And they go, it's going to take us because of the distance we are, like 400 years to get there. So we're prepare Earth till we get there. But only a few people know about it, right? This, and then there's a CIA agent, not CIA, but like Secret Service in British, that like is trying to figure out the fuck's going on, and they're arresting people and trying to figure out what's this cult about. But here's what's the crazy part. So they're always answering questions to this AI. This alien doesn't understand, has no emotion. The alien just detects a threat, love. It doesn't understand love, passion. So this guy, it doesn't understand that shit. So it's very practical. So they're trying to explain to it, the people that are bringing it, these fucking idiots, what humanity is. So saying all this stuff, it's like, I don't get, and it's saying a child story. Remember Little Red Riding Hood?
Yeah.
So he's reading stories to it. He's like, my lord, refers to as my lord, none of this and that. And this Little Red Riding, and you hear the eyes like, we don't understand, like the wolf and what happened. And he's trying to say, well, the wolf was basically pretending to be the grandmother to eat the granddaughter.
Yeah.
And it's like, but why? And then it's like, what do you mean why? To trick her. It's like, what do you mean? Lie. It's like, what's lie? And explains lie is like purposely not telling the truth. Yeah. So that, and then it's like, do people lie? And then he's like, yeah, people lie. Really? He's like, yeah, people lie. Do you lie? He's like, yeah, I've lied, this and that. And then right away the eye is like, we feel threatened. Humanity is a threat. We don't understand this lie bullshit that you guys fuck around. Humanity is a threat.
I know you're not lying to me right now.
Exactly. You're a threat. We don't like this feeling. We're cutting communication. So now they're coming, and now they're pissed.
But it's going to take them 400 years, though.
Yes. But so the next generations, now everyone's preparing for this. But the thing is, how do you fight something that's so technologically advanced from you? And then now the humans are getting together. Like, we have 400 years. We got to prepare to figure something out. When these guys come to kill them, like, we got to be more advanced than them in 400 years. So they're trying all these different things.
This is like intergalactic debt collector.
It's so cool. But what I love is the concept of when it goes, wait, you lie? It's like, yeah, we little things you have to get it. Why would you lie? Oh, because, we want to get this. And bro, right away, it's like, well, what the fuck is this shit? So you could be bullshitting me right now.
Yo. Oh.
Crazy, bro.
But this goes to show how much of scumbags we are.
Yeah. But also,
we invented lying.
But also, we have that extra depth.
Yeah.
That they don't, like, an AI.
But then again, why wouldn't a super advanced intelligence not have that depth?
It doesn't need to lie. Because, like, we don't need to lie. We create, they create whatever they want. They just say what it, like, they don't need to be mischievous. They just go directly. Like, they'll be like, I'm not going to hide it. I'm going to do this. They even said it. They go, we have to come because if you get too powerful enough, you're going to be able to kill us.
So, okay, but this brings me back to a theory that I read, that psychopaths are actually the most near perfect human beings.
Explain.
Because they have to learn to mimic emotions and they don't have that depth.
Well, that's imperfect, no? Because you want to have emotions?
Well, no, to us that's imperfect because we're humans.
Oh, but them,
if you look at it on a grander scale,
they can do whatever they want because they don't give
whatever they want and they don't care and they don't have that guilty conscience. So on an intergalactic level or on a like advanced level, if that's a super advanced intelligence, then psychopaths are technically a natural evolution.
How crazy is that?
That's wild.
Oh. But it's such a fun story. Like when I saw that, I was like, fuck, that's such a good angle. That's such a good angle.
It's a very good angle.
Yeah.
And now I want to watch because now I want to know is, do they fast forward time?
No, they don't fast forward time. They just they're coming and they're in contact, and then they have these specific people they could speak to because they could speak to you through your mind if they want from all the way down there.
Wow.
Yeah, and they have these goggles. They have these like a headset of your headset, but when you go in, you're like in, like you feel, you smell.
Wait, are the aliens in or?
So the way the alien looks, it looks just like let's say a video game. She looks like a warrior, like a human being. And then they go, is this how you look? And the alien replies and she goes, it's not we look. We're looking like this for you so you can understand what we look like. And she goes, you wouldn't like what we really look like.
Oh, it's probably like tentacle shit.
I think it's like demon shit.
Yeah.
Because I think it's similar to the book Childhood's End, which was one of my favorite books.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same concept where aliens actually come to Earth and there's a spaceship, and they have contact with just one person. He doesn't see them; they're always behind like a mirror. But basically, when they go, we're gonna come on this date. We're gonna come out, and you're gonna see the real us. But when they come out, bro, they look like the devil. They have horns and like it looks like the devil.
That would explain angels and demons.
Yeah,
and shit.
so it's just wacky.
But then let's say this was in the medieval ages. Let's say it was actually aliens that came. It wasn't like angelic and demonic. But then, how would there be? Let's say they all want to kill us and they're super advanced. Why would there be good aliens that are angelic?
But we consider them good, benevolent. So let's say if somebody wants to help you, you consider them good.
Yeah.
So he's the good guy in your book. So if you go by the biblical stuff, when they talk about like angels, demons, and let's say you want to go to Book of Enoch and you want to go.
Apparently, angels are super terrifying, eh?
The way they're written,
the way they're written and how they're described.
If you go by Book of Enoch, if you go by like the Anunnaki, it's because there was one sect that was like, no, these people are cool. We made them. We genetically modified these people so they could work for us. Let's say, like I think it's
angels basically enslaved us.
No, they created us. So what we call angels.
They created us to work for them. They created slaves, basically.
If you go by the Book of Enoch, I don't know what's fucking real. This is all mythology as far as I'm concerned. But the ancient alien theory. So basically it was Enlil and Enki, the two brothers. So when we want us to mine gold and all that, they mixed their DNA with the hominoid, the apes that were here.
Yeah.
And they made human beings. That's the missing link by this theory. But what happened was we started to, broke out of those chains. We started to get conscious and look around and be like, what the fuck? I don't want to do this shit. So then there was a war, and then some of them sided with us. They're like, yeah, it's fucking bitch ass what we're doing to these guys. Like now they exist, they have conscious, they have thought.
So some of them were super advanced, but they were still...
Yeah, like it's kind of wrong.
They still had emotion. They still had like...
And they were banging chicks. They like taught women chicks.
Fuck, it's always the women. It's always women. Get it, bro. Fucking women, bro.
So, and then the other side's like, no, fuck them. So they had a civil war. And we were in the middle of it because their population wasn't big. Our population on Earth outgrew them. Again, this is all ancient theory bullshit. This is myth stuff. Yeah. I don't want people being like, I know the history.
But can we address how powerful, beautiful women are?
Yeah, beautiful women do whatever they want.
That's crazy. Yeah. If that were to be true, like an entire alien race was like,
well, the Greeks, bro, we had fucking the war with Troy over a woman.
Yeah. That's crazy though.
Hot ladies.
Man, the pull that pussy has for real.
Well, you can word it that way too,
yeah. For real. Like it just made me think like, fuck, it's insane. We're insane.
All this to say, Poseidon, there is something about an advanced civilization. Like we've been talking about it for thousands of years. I think it's just a story that we love telling.
Yeah, 100%.
We don't like to think that we're alone. And I don't mean that we're not. There's a possibility that this is all... There's another theory that a lot of the smart people on Earth have. There's a huge percentage
We're in the Matrix.
Yeah, that it's
not real.
It's not real. It is real because we're living it, but it's not real the way we think it's real.
Yeah.
It's closer to a simulation.
Yeah, and this has been explained because of the... Have you seen the laser shit? So they did this experiment with laser that it was through like two slits. And then what happened was...
Oh, no, you're not talking about laser. You're talking about the atoms that basically when they're being observed, they react differently to when they're not being observed.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, again, is fucking...
completely insane.
Unless we're not... During the three-body problem, one of the scenes was, we're going to fuck up your understanding of science so that you can't catch up to us. And some of the stuff we're going to do is we're going to make it very confusing for you guys.
Yeah?
And that was one of the things they showed. That they did that on purpose so that we just don't understand what the fuck's happening. So we can't explain.
And then another one.
Because that is wacky.
That is
to be
wacky.
like, they don't want us to advance. So like, well, we'll do something that they can't explain.
How would they be able to do that to us? That's so, anyways.
That we can't, like, you could, if it's a smaller child or an ant, you could fuck with an ant's environment. They won't understand. Like, it's an ant,
but they're still 400 years away.
Let's say there's an ant, right?
Yeah.
And you could put, I don't know, like a sugar around it or whatever. Yeah. It doesn't know where it's coming from or it doesn't understand that, you know?
But then couldn't they technically put the entirety of humanity in VR? And trick the entirety of humanity and put... What
do you mean in VR? No, it's a VR headset that they sent.
Yeah. How did they send it? They're 400 years away.
They're 400 years away, but there's these...
instant transmutation type of shit.
Yeah, so they have... The last of their technology, what they use it for is they made these two things, these two cubes that were made from the same atom or whatever. So you know how they said you could instantly... So this thing can send stuff from one side to the other, right? So what they did is they have one and the other one they sent it to Earth. a long time ago. So what happens is they could send stuff through that thing.
Oh, and they probably send it through like different
So while
planets
they're
and
on the way, on their ship, they have their thing. So that thing's going to get to Earth before the other side. So they could send shit to Earth before they get there. So they're preparing Earth before they get there.
So let's say the other side wants space oranges. They could shoot space oranges through.
That's not what they're using it for.
No, I understand, but yeah, just
but that the only concept of that I like is the fact that I saw it. They were talking about this here, that they figured out that an atom, I think, if you split it, like even if it's at a different part of the universe, it's connected. Did you know about that?
Yes, I've seen this.
If something happens to one, the other one feels it, even if it's on the other side of the galaxy.
Yeah.
Instantly, it feels it.
Yeah,
There's like an invisible string.
yeah. Which there's something with twins they were saying.
Yeah, it's wacky. So what the show is showing, which is cool, is like if you did that with a piece of technology that's like the whole concept of it is to transfer stuff, then you could do it instantly, regardless of where you are in the galaxy, because they're both connected. Which is, these are wacky concepts. They're so much fun.
This reminds me of a BMW commercial from the early 2000s where it was two scientists in their garage and out parked was a BMW and they discovered instant transmutation and teleportation like that, and they tested on like live animals too, and it worked perfectly. And then they go, oh, this is amazing. And then they look back at the BMW and they go, they start destroying everything.
That's funny.
Yeah, they don't make commercials like that anymore. Instead, we get gay Jaguar shit, bro.
Yeah, they should make funner commercials. You know? But the 3-body problem, once you get into it, if you pass 2 episodes, you're hooked.
Really?
But you have to get past 2 episodes because it doesn't start the same way as it ends. It has a different feel, the show.
And this reminds me of another theory that it's not a theory, it's stuff that they tried. There's videos of it. You should go search it up. Somebody takes a laser and they shoot it across a wall. I don't remember the exact explanation of everything. I think it was like really late at night because like once I fall into like rabbit holes, I could go on for like hours sometimes. And when they would look into the laser, they saw code, like in the Matrix.
Oh, I don't know about that. That could be anything. That could literally be the lens.
No, they literally saw numbers.
Yeah, okay, but who's they? I don't know what the fuck.
The guy is doing this. Like, search up this experiment. I forgot the name. Just type in like laser.
I don't know, but you could do that too. You can have a laser. Remember when I was young?
No. It wouldn't project. They would like on a microscopic level.
Yeah.
Zoom in, and they could read like in the Matrix. There was just numbers.
I smell bullshit because we understand numbers because it's our thing.
Yeah.
Dude, it's kind of like when people think that an alien's gonna speak English. Aliens don't know English.
No, it has nothing to do with aliens. It has to do with that we're in the Matrix or...
I know, but what I'm trying to tell you is we use numbers. We invented numbers. Us, let's say North America. Like, before that, everyone had their own way of doing it.
No, the whole argument is that
why would it be... I know, but when they zoomed in, it'd be ones and zeros, right? But that's an R thing.
No, it wasn't just ones and zeros. It was like randomized like numbers and shit.
That's what I'm saying, numbers.
Yeah.
That we use.
Yeah. Well, because that's the program, so we run off of the same program.
Well, no, because the numbers that we use now weren't always the numbers that everyone used, right? We use Arab numerals as numbers.
Yeah.
After like the Ottomans and all that.
Yeah.
But before that, that's not the numbers we used. Just like the Romans used different numbers.
Well, because we didn't have the perfect thing for
No, you're misunderstanding what I'm telling you.
Okay.
It's a language. It's the same thing as me telling you right now that aliens come, but they all speak English. You should ask questions. You're like, why would they speak English? We know how English started here. How the fuck do they know English?
What if they're super advanced and they can instantly learn any
language? That's not what we're discussing about learning a language. Again,
okay.
You're jumping.
Okay.
The fact that if their language that they spoke was English, it would be suspicious. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, what if it's in like the Highlander where he literally just downloaded everything into his brain?
Again, you're not listening to what I'm saying.
Okay.
Forget about downloading. If their official language is... Right now, when you go to Quebec...
Yeah.
You see stuff in French.
Yeah.
We know where it comes from.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you'd come and it was in, I don't know, every store you go to here for some reason was Norwegian. You'd ask a question.
Yeah.
Like, why is it all in Norwegian? Where did you guys learn? Yeah, why would you guys... And they're like, no, we just, for the tourists, we learn... Like, you would ask questions. Yeah. So if an alien comes that they didn't come out of England, if they're speaking English... It'd be fucking suspicious. So I'm saying is the ones and zeros, we use it now in the modern world. That's the way we use numbers.
Okay, I get it.
If that's happening, it's very suspicious because it's not like we've always had the same numbers. We've had different types of numbers. Right now we settled on these.
I understand, but now all I'm picturing is these little gray aliens coming in, hello.
Yeah, it doesn't make any
I
sense.
come in pace.
Right away, I would question everything. Right away, I'd be like, this is fake.
That's funny.
This is fucking fake. And that's why they said that the people, like the Majestic 12, when they said they had contact the U.S. government with aliens, when Bill Cooper was talking about it, he goes, how did they speak? How'd you communicate? They go, we didn't communicate through words. It was all telepathy. We just understood each other. So we never actually spoke words. So they would speak into our minds. That's what he said.
I don't even know how that begins to work.
So you think stuff in your head, right? And
Yeah.
you're thinking in English, let's say right now, right? But you're not actually speaking a language. It's your brain. It sounds like you're talking to yourself, but it's sending signals that mean that thing.
Yeah.
So it would be the same way. If I could talk to you through telepathy,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be the word that I'm forming. It would be the feeling of that, and then you would understand it.
So basically, if I want,
I'm hungry right now, for example.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say. I would send that feeling, and then you'd get, oh, he's hungry right now. It's weird. About if I could talk to you through telepathy.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I could.
Someone here?
I think they're making noise outside, so they're moving.
That's so weird. So basically, like telepathically, I can make you think of an apple.
Yeah, not even think. Apparently, don't believe any of this shit until they prove it to us, the U.S. military.
Yeah.
But
But
they
then
said
if
that
it's
when they were talking.
telepathically, how do they prove it?
Well, then you would have to experience it.
But then how do you know you're experiencing it?
Are you fucking retarded?
Because like
If right now I'm here and I'm able to talk to you telepathically,
Yeah.
that's how you would experience it. If I would tell you, Poseidon, unlock my computer, here's the password, whatever, I'm telepathically, and you go up and you unlock it telepathically, then you know it works. I'm talking to you in your fucking head.
Yeah, but can you trick someone? Let's say it doesn't know about it. Can I trick you like telepathically to think about like random shit, like killing yourself, or like
you could
or like eating,
telepathically, if it works, if telepathy works,
and trick
could
you
say
into
whatever.
you thinking it's your thoughts, but it's not your thoughts.
Well, it depends how dumb a person is. If I put in your head, Poseidon, kill yourself, and you're like, I just came up with a great idea, I'm going to kill myself, then you're just retarded. Most people will be like, what the fuck is that? Who's
okay,
saying
kill
that?
yourself is a little too extreme, but I mean, like, I don't know, knock this table over or whatever.
No, but it's not mind. You're mixing up. It's not mind
Yeah,
control.
yeah, you're
It's
right.
communicating with you, but through,
Yeah.
like, I'm understanding you're talking to me through your, like right now, this is communication.
Yeah.
If I tell you, Poseidon, go get up and jump off, it's not mind. I'm just talking to you. It would be the same thing. I'm communicating.
Yeah, I was just like, huh? What? Who the fuck said that?
No, you'd feel it in your brain. They said that they know that
They
it's.
feel it.
Yeah, they say they feel it
I'm trying to
inside.
grasp. It's
You know
'cause I'm
the-
trying to grasp the feeling.
Talking to your head right now.
Yeah.
Just say hello, I am Poseidon in your head.
Okay, I said it.
That, but you can hear me saying it too.
Oh, it's so weird.
Yeah.
That's so weird. How would that even?
That's what they said. They said that they don't even use. But here's the thing. I'm gonna blow your mind now. They're more advanced, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So right now, already, you and I, everyone on the planet, we already kind of do this. We communicate through memes, through text. Listen, through text messages that we send via the internet, right?
Yes.
We're working on AI. We're working on a lot of stuff. Now we're working on that Neuralink, where you think your mouse click and it happens. We're pushing to get to the same level that apparently these aliens
It's
are
like
going.
if we went back in time 100 years ago and you gave somebody from 100 years ago a cell phone, you go hold this, and then you hold your cell phone, you send a text to that cell phone, he'd freak out. He'd be
Like, how'd you write this? I'm like, yeah, it's me.
Yeah, it's me.
I just wrote.
No, it wasn't you didn't say it. Yeah, I get it.
I didn't say it, but I wrote it.
Yeah,
and it transmitted that message to you.
Yeah.
So we just don't get it because we're thinking magical terms.
Yeah, but there's
But really,
for
it's all
sure-
synapses,
We
it's
just
all-
haven't discovered it yet.
It's all technological, yeah.
Fuck, that's wild. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, because Neuralink, that's what they're getting to. Have you seen the videos where he controlled his mouse with the Neuralink and all that shit?
Yeah, I saw that shit.
So
but we're basically just computers, right? Our brain is just a computer.
it's the craziest computer.
And if you look at quantum computers and you look at the brain and the nervous system is very similar.
Quantum computing,
Yeah.
all that. So we're kind of moving towards that.
Yeah.
We're kind of moving towards being sexless.
Sexless
Telepathic
quantum computers. Sexless, fleshy quantum computers.
Yeah. Crazy, yeah?
God damn, that's wild. I don't want to be that, bro. Man, I want to have sex.
So there was an episode
Yeah.
of Black Mirror that was like the dumbest. It was Miley Cyrus. It's the dumbest, not Black Mirror episode,
Okay.
but at the same time, it technically was very Black Mirror
Okay.
because it was kind of fun. It was more
Jog
like
my memory.
It was I don't know if you saw it. It was like the Miley Cyrus was a singer in it. She's very famous, and her manager's abusing her. It's her aunt, and they create this doll, this AI, and it has her voice and everything. So you could buy a doll of her.
Okay. I think I started watching it, but I couldn't finish it.
So it's just a fun. It's three girls going on an adventure. It's very fun.
Yeah.
But there's something in there. I was like, oh, that's the Black Mirror portion of it.
Yeah.
The Black Mirror portion of it was in order to make that AI, they didn't just take her voice. What they did is they did a brain scan. They scanned her brain.
Yeah.
They used that for the AI, her actual brain, right? It was a copy of her brain. So it thinks, talks, whatever like her. But they blocked off all of the independent thinking. You get it?
Oh, that's wacky.
So they had a full copy of her brain. And every single AI technically has her full brain, but not really because all it can access is certain parts of it.
Yeah.
So it sounds like her and it's like, yeah, of course I would do this. Yeah, let's go, right? What happened was I forgot how it happened, but a mistake. They these two girls, they fucked up and they zapped it or whatever, and it took out that lock.
Oh.
So now this robot basically knows that it's a full copy of. It's like I think just like her. Like I'm you. It's like right now I just made a copy of you and I have it in this coffee cup. And the coffee cup's like electronic. It's like fuck, bro, it's me. I'm in here.
Damn.
Yeah, and then they explain. Yeah, they were too lazy to just they just basically took a screenshot of my brain at that time. So now the doll exists thinking like her, and the doll's having fun, and the actual singer.
Oh, I'm gonna go watch that.
Yeah.
Because there's like a few episodes of Black Mirror I didn't watch. It was the latest ones. That's one of the latest ones.
It's the latest season. All this, the reason why I'm bringing this up is more just to say, I've often wondered about that, about consciousness and all that. When they say, "Hey, we'll be able to upload your brain," it's not really an upload of your brain because your brain's gonna die. It's always going to be a photocopy. Yeah. Even if they could copy your brain 100% everything and they put that information to an AI and now you're cybernetically, it's never the real you. It's not the soul.
I'm glad you bring this up because the show Carbon, what's it called? Altered Carbon.
Yeah, they talk about this shit.
So basically, they talk about how you cannot make a copy of your brain and your consciousness. Okay. You can only make a copy of your body. So what happens is they take everyone's consciousness. The way they create immortality is they take your consciousness, and now this consciousness is now in a disc in the back of your head. Okay. Now, if that gets destroyed, you're dead because they can't make a copy of it. But because they can make a copy of your body, you can have an infinite amount of bodies hibernating, and then when your body ages or you're too old or either your body gets shot in the head, they just take out your consciousness, put it in the next body. You understand?
I understand.
So you can have your consciousness be put into other people's bodies because there's basically it's a super soldier that has been in prison for like 500 years or whatever the fuck, and they take him out of cryogenic prison or whatever, or like consciousness prison, and then plop him into someone else. And then in season 2 or season 3 or whatever, he's like somebody else again, somebody else's body. And the flashbacks, it's his own body because he's an Asian super soldier. But in like season 1, he's white.
That's funny.
So he's having flashbacks, but he's Asian. You know what I mean? And then
chicks like me more now. I don't know why.
And then the third one, he's black. In the third season, you know what I mean?
He's like, I could dance.
So it's this super soldier that they because there was a murder that happened. Basically, one of the rich trillionaire elites got murdered in his penthouse, and the new penthouses are in the sky, like past the clouds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, no one, even the most sophisticated super soldiers,
get up there.
like of militaries, like it would be insanely difficult.
So they want to find out who did this.
So they want to find out. So
they use his help.
So the trillionaire that basically they popped out his consciousness and put it in another of his body came back and he's like, somebody killed me, assassinated me, but they didn't finish the job.
I want to find out who did
it. I want to find out who did it. And they hired this super soldier from
That's cool.
500 years ago.
I want to watch that.
Yeah, and what happens is something that there's a crazy plot twist. I remember it a little bit. I also don't remember it. But there's a crazy plot twist that apparently the one who assassinated was himself, but he couldn't remember some shit. And it was just some crazy plot twist at the end.
So right now, what I'm going to tell you, because you brought this up, what do you think? Do you think if they would be able to copy an image of your brain?
I think that's not possible.
No, it is possible. They could copy your brain.
What do you mean?
They could copy everything because your brain, it's all like the way it works is like there's electrons or whatever the fuck it's all. They make a copy of your brain scan.
Yeah.
So let's say right now, if they scan your brain today, 100. This is what he was thinking. This is how it lived. I don't think that that's the only thing that makes you. I think it's a combination.
It is a combination, and I think what happens is you can keep making copies, but I think what happens theoretically, this is what I think, it dilutes itself, so it becomes less and less you.
Like a photocopy.
Like a photocopy, and it kind of, you know how the pages, you keep photocopying pages, they get darker and darker and darker, and then eventually you can't just read shit, and you had that in school.
If you keep making a copy, I feel like it would be the same thing. I just don't know.
I think it's the opposite. If they copy your consciousness, it's less and less of you. There's more and more of nothing.
I think the reason why I have trouble understanding is because I understand the brain. It's not the heart. I understand that it's the brain that holds everything. That's my information center. But unless we're wrong about like this concept of what a soul is, you know what I mean? Like is it all the brain? Is it my brain that's dictating my emotions always? Like
I think about that repeatedly on a I would say monthly basis, at least once.
Like is the brain am I basically a brain right now?
Yeah.
With my tentacles out controlling this exoskeleton?
Yes.
Do you see what I mean? Am I just the brain, or am I something deeper than that that's controlling a brain?
I think it's both that come together.
Because you know what kind of feels like when I think about it? It feels like I'm a brain, like we're all brains.
Yeah.
And we've grown this exoskeleton around us so we can navigate through Earth. That's what it feels like.
Yes, I think it's a combination of both. I think it's a combination of we are the brain, but there's also something else inside of us that is tangled to I don't know what the fuck. I spoke about this on In Bed with Veron, where of like it's interdimensional. You know what I mean? So we're kind of like
connected to another dimension?
To another dimension, and we don't know. We're kind of like these soldiers, so to speak, or these workers that hop into this consciousness, this brain, and control this brain and this body, and we do shit.
It's wacky.
It's so like I think about this shit all the fucking time, bro, and because you could theorize. Here's the thing, you could theorize all you want on all this shit, but I guarantee you, if we were to discover right now the entire truth, we would be so far away from the truth.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know what I mean? We would be so fucking far away because you have to keep in mind that we're looking at everything through this dumb third dimensional lens.
Because here's the fucked up thing. You know when you're speaking inside you?
Yeah.
What is that inside voice?
That's you.
Okay.
But not you at the same time.
That's where when people start thinking about that, it starts getting wacky.
I've looked into this, and because like I've actually been able to have conversations with that voice. I've been able.
But is it a voice? Is it like a mental condition? Because what I'm saying is,
it might be just that.
There's something in your head that we say in your head, right? But who's that person is what I'm saying.
You want to take this another level that's more fucked up? You know how we have thoughts in our head? Like if you picture a fucking apple, you can picture an apple. I could close my eyes and not see this coffee cup for 10 years, and I'll remember the coffee cup, how it was. Like almost like 100%.
It's a whole ancient the first concept of heaven.
Yeah.
That it's ancient Greek philosophers that said it. So they said there's another realm, it's the realm of the imagination.
Yeah.
So something could exist in that realm even if it doesn't exist here.
Yeah.
And then here's the crazy thing. You could technically pull something out of the imagination world and bring it here. So all the stuff that you think of that doesn't exist, whether it's a joke, a podcast, anything you create, something physical, the second you think about it and it doesn't exist and you create it, you just transferred something from that realm into this realm.
Yes.
How fucking insane is that?
Yeah, I've seen that, and this is why they say artists, scientists are agents of chaos.
But that's not chaotic. I don't feel like...
They call it chaos. Yeah. They call it chaos, like a chaos force or whatever. You call it whatever they want, but they have access to it, and that's how they can bring shit. You ever look at like some artists and like, yo, how the fuck did he think of that?
Yeah.
You know, but then sometimes you think of shit yourself, and you're like, fuck, how the fuck did I think of that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is wacky that
it's so insane, and you want to bring it another level. Most of the people can't think like that.
I've said this, and
that's
I said it on the Frenchcast.
Yes.
People got mad when I got it.
But I brought this up on the Frenchcast. Some people cannot.
You saw the comments. People got mad when I brought that up.
No, I didn't see the comments.
About the percent. I talk about the CIA guy. How there's only a specific percentage of people that are like actual doers that have that thing. That's not fucking true.
It goes beyond doers. It goes to people like some people, like 75% of the population. Like if
they don't even have the inner voice. We talked about this.
They don't even have the inner voice. And let's say how I'm gonna pick up this cup. I'm gonna think I want to pick up this cup. Some people, they don't think I'm gonna pick up this cup now. It's a synapse. It just happens. Like there's no inner monologue of I'm gonna pick up this cup. I'm gonna take a sip because I want some coffee. I'm thirsty.
Well, you don't think that way. You just grab it.
Well, yeah, I understand. You just grab it, but it all happens instantly. You know, like how we think about, or like a better example would be how we think about our day. Like let's say I look at my calendar and I go, okay, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna go to the gym after, I'm gonna blah 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 blah, I'm gonna eat at this time, blah. That planning, most people apparently don't have it.
It's crazy, huh?
They just it's like, oh, it's 9 a.m. I gotta go to work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
An NPC.
Yeah, and then like it just happens, and I know this because there's been videos of people making videos of going like asking on the internet, how do you even go about your day to have thoughts? I feel like it would hinder my day.
It would because they're not used to it, I guess.
But then how do they, because what's a mystery to me is how do they communicate?
Well, you've met people like that where you're like, I don't understand what's happening here.
But how do they learn? Like, it's so weird to me. It's all fucking weird.
Everyone's different and everyone's brain works differently. My whole thing is the fact that even video games, when you think about it, those are lines of code that just create, let's say Elden Ring,
that create an image.
Created this world with all these parameters, magic stuff, whatever. And you know, if you do this, this is the result. And then behind that screen of that avatar, I'm controlling it. And I'm experiencing through the avatar that whole world, and I'm helping people and doing missions or whatever the fuck. But all that stuff it came out of some Japanese guy's imagination.
Yes.
And he built it.
Yeah.
He built that world. That world doesn't exist in this physical world. I have to
But it exists nonetheless.
But it exists in that other world where I have to go through the screen, right, digitally.
And we know it exists because we interact with it.
Yeah, it exists in those parameters. It doesn't exist for me. But it's weird that we take everything for granted. Like we're creating these worlds. We have access to another world in our brain only. Just like how we have it in our brain, the imagination, we can create stuff there.
Yeah.
Same thing with the screens in the video games. It's just that more people worked on it. We understand the mechanics behind it.
Yeah.
We don't understand the mechanics behind our imagination. That's the only difference. Like that, we know how to access it and modify it.
You're right.
But in our imagination, it's ethereal.
We don't know how it works.
Yeah, we know that. We know we can modify it, think of stuff, but we can't get to it physically.
Oh yeah.
Technically, you can't get to it physically.
We can't get to it with the senses we have allocated to ourselves.
It's fucking wacky.
So it's
so much fun to think about this stuff.
Yeah, with our usual senses, sight, hearing.
But that's what makes you think of how magical we are.
Yeah.
How amazing humans are.
Yeah.
Right now, you could be sitting listening to this podcast, and you could invent something in your head that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist. No one's thought about it. It doesn't. But you've created it. Somehow, it's in your brain.
Yeah.
And then, if you learn how to bring it to the real world, actually build it.
Yeah.
You just took something out of the imagination realm and teleported it here.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild.
It's completely insane. It's completely insane.
Depends how you look at it. Some people don't get that. They're just like, I don't understand. You thought of something, you did it. What's the magic about it? But it's very
it's completely insane.
Creating something out of nothing is magical.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Because me too. Sometimes I'll see like the worlds like that are created like through video games and all this shit. And I go, wow, so people thought about this.
Yeah.
You know, and then what's crazy is you think of other stuff that you can add to it. You know what I mean? To that world.
Patreon.com/Pantelis, the Poseidon69 on Instagram and on Twitter for Poseidon. He's always tweeting about video games. In Instagram, it's all about video game creation. Follow his Instagram. He's going to tell you how to create video games. You heard of the Unreal Engine?
I'm the real engine.
He's the Unreal Rhino. Patreon.com/Pantelis. Like, subscribe, share. Dates are online. Thank you, Pauly Sleep for the couches. ErosandCompany.com. Use promo code Pantelis to get yourself 15% off. The Intellectuals, new episodes drop every Thursday for the masses. But if you're cool and you're on Patreon, you get them early.
We've built this prison cell 'cause we can't trust ourselves. Critically ashamed and all